The CMA has blocked the Xbox Activision deal over cloud concerns with respect to cloud gaming in the global market, especially the cloud gaming market that they see emerging in the UK. Prior to the morning of April 26th, when this broke, many thought the provisional findings from the CMA just a few weeks ago meant that this deal was going through, many saying that it was basically already approved. As I said at that time when we covered it, cloud gaming would be a whole different consideration. I even did an episode about Google pointing out that the Microsoft Cloud Services behavior in the global market was anti-competitive, and I thought that the CMA and the FTC should consider that. Well, it seems the CMA has envisioned a future where Microsoft could harm a newly growing cloud market, not just in the UK, but across the globe. Now, I put all the good information right here at the beginning so you don't have to go looking for it. It is a live stream, so it's a longer video because I hang out and discuss it with people afterwards. So if you like the opening monologue and my thoughts in this type of coverage, hit subscribe, hit the bell button so you don't miss out on my content. So the CMA has officially blocked the Xbox Activision deal, and while Microsoft does have a chance to appeal, this spells trouble for the $70 billion merger. Now, I'm going to do my best to quote the official public response that they have put out there as much as I can, because this is something many of us have been saying for months, and the CMA finally saw the real plan. And funny enough, they didn't even have to look at mobile. On the heels of Microsoft having to reveal that Xbox hardware sales are down 30%, many were quick to say that that wasn't alarming. Some even said that it made sense. Microsoft shifting its attention to the ecosystem, to the cloud, and to mobile. Well, not so fast, says the CMA. This was never about Call of Duty. This was never about Final Fantasy exclusivity contracts. Those were red herrings to distract from the real target. Cloud and mobile are set to become endemic realities to the gaming market and the consumer experience. And the CMA sees that developing market as important and worthy of a hands-off approach, which means Microsoft can't buy Activision Blizzard. There are three sections to the CMA's public statement that I want to comb over. I'm not going to be doing the whole screenshots of a PDF. I didn't think that was necessary. I found their public post that they made very, very helpful, and it's a good summary. First, they talk about cloud gaming concerns. Second, they talk about the remedy proposed by Microsoft. And third, the potential benefits of the merger. So they did consider everything. They considered the remedy for Microsoft as well as what the merger could bring to the market. One of the biggest takeaways from their response is not even that Microsoft could or would hurt cloud gaming. It's that the merger would give the company a strong foothold when they already have a strong foothold. It would give them a stronger one. And that would require oversight. It would require regulation, which they view as a bad thing for a developing market. So it's not just a Microsoft is bad and evil sort of thing. That's not the narrative here. It's more of a, quote, the size and scope of your potential impact on cloud gaming would require regulation, which is antithetical to a healthy and competitive and developing market. They didn't say that. That's just what I think they're essentially saying, right? They're saying, listen, this is such a big deal. It would require so much oversight and regulation. This would be bad for the emerging cloud market. That's really the most important part of their findings, in my estimation, is that it's not about what they could or would do. It's what would be required to keep Microsoft in check. I want to stress that on the front end of this, because anyone spinning this will likely miss that important factor. They're going to make this about Sony. They're going to make this about the CMA. CMA is going to become a villain in many people's minds. Lulu Cheng is already out there trying to spin this and making about the UK economy and the citizens there, when the CMA's primary consideration is the UK market of cloud and how it's emerging. That's what they actually focused on, and she's trying to make it seem as if that's not the case. This is not just about Microsoft. It's about a fast-growing tech market that they do not want to see disrupted or harmed. So let's start with cloud gaming concerns. concerns. The first thing they point out is just how fast cloud gaming is about to grow. It's about to have a big explosion. I recently talked about this specifically with Japan because we were looking at the potential of a cloud mobile handheld for Sony, and I said, I think cloud gaming is about to explode. All projections see it growing, and that's why that device could maybe do very well outside of America. Cloud gaming might be a little bit slow here. Our internet infrastructure is behind, but the UK sees similar potential growth. Quote from their public statement: the UK cloud gaming market is growing fast. Monthly active users in the UK more than tripled from the start of 2021 to the end of 2022. It is forecast to be worth up to 11 billion globally and 1 billion in the UK by 2026. By way of comparison, sales of recorded music in the UK in 2021 amounted to 1.1 billion. So they're basically saying, listen, just in the UK alone, cloud gaming is going to grow to rival recorded music sales, right? It's on an upward swing. It's very important to start here because projected growth of a market is part of their foundation and part of their reason to block this deal. This is likely why they saw the console gaming market differently. Sales reports just yesterday confirmed that Sony is the console leader when you look at next-gen console saturation, and then obviously Nintendo, if you look at all console saturation, Nintendo's getting caught up with as projections go as they are continuing. The next big battleground, if console gaming as a market has essentially developed and settled, the next big battleground is cloud and mobile, which in some ways, cloud gaming and mobile gaming are going to become one and the same. They don't really focus on mobile, but I mean, cloud gaming is essentially done on mobile devices, and that is one and the same to mobile gaming for a lot of people. The next thing they point to is both Microsoft's dominance and their incentive to go exclusive. Quote, Microsoft has a strong position in cloud gaming services, and the evidence available to the CMA showed that Microsoft would find it commercially beneficial to make Activision's games exclusive to its own cloud gaming service. Gee, I wonder what evidence was available to the CMA that showed that Microsoft would find it commercially beneficial to make newly acquired property exclusive to its own service. That pesky ZeniMax Bethesda acquisition is really coming back to haunt them. Had they not immediately made all future Bethesda games exclusives and literally scrapped PS5 versions of games that were in development, they might have been able to demonstrate their willingness to not make newly acquired games exclusive. But here we are, and good on the CMA for seeing this. They point out that Microsoft already accounts for 60 to 70% of global cloud gaming services, and because of that, quote, the deal would reinforce Microsoft's advantage in the market by giving it control over important gaming content such as Call of Duty, Overwatch, and World of Warcraft. The evidence available to the CMA indicates that, absent the merger, Activision would start providing games via cloud platforms in the foreseeable future. In other words, if the merger doesn't go through, Activision would put their stuff on the cloud platforms. That's what the evidence indicates. So they're buying Activision because Activision's going to start throwing their stuff on cloud. It's like, well, no, we want to throw your stuff on cloud. That's better for the market to have more players putting their stuff into the cloud ecosystem because the CMA sees cloud gaming as integral to the gaming market's future. Quote, the cloud allows UK gamers to avoid buying expensive gaming consoles and PCs and gives them much more flexibility and choice as how they play. Allowing Microsoft to take such a strong position in the cloud gaming market just as it begins to grow rapidly would risk undermining the innovation that is crucial to the development of these opportunities. As I've said many times before, if you look at the cell phone companies and the internet service providers, as they grew and became endemic to our daily life, the consolidation of those companies hurt us, the consumer. The US ranks 27th in the world with respect to internet infrastructure, and it all stalled out 10 years ago. Do just a little bit of research into what happened a decade ago and why internet infrastructure has gone nowhere. This was the right choice from the CMA. Protect another aspect of the global tech market as it starts to grow. That's not what happened with internet service service providers. That's not what happened with cell phone providers. These regulators didn't protect us. As those industries grew to a fever pitch, it's now daily life. It's woven into what we do. We have like a handful of companies that we can go to. Cloud gaming and cloud services are up next. That's the next aspect of what's going on. It's going to be attached to the fact that we are incredibly mobile now across the globe. Next up, the remedy proposed by Microsoft. This is one of the most important parts of their response because they acknowledge the scale of what would be required to enforce such remedies. Again, if anybody glosses over this in their coverage, I would be very suspicious of their bias. Okay, this is very important. Quote, such remedies are described as behavioral because they seek to regulate the behavior of the businesses involved in a merger, requiring them to behave in a way which may be contrary to their commercial incentives. You got to remember that part. This therefore takes the form of a type of ongoing regulation of the sector, replacing market forces in a growing and dynamic market with mandated regulatory obligations, ultimately overseen and enforced by the CMA, in this case, at a global level. In other words, regulation often works against the incentives of a business in order to protect the market. But in order to protect the market, they would have to oversee, regulate, and enforce at a global level. And this would replace market forces, which means the market wouldn't be growing organically. They see those market forces as being important. Let this met out. Let this happen. We want to be hands-off here. If we let this go through, the size of the deal would necessitate our ongoing involvement. And not just the CMA, the FTC would likely have to do the same thing. It's not just about what Microsoft would do. It's about the only method of keeping them from doing what they could do, requiring oversight and regulation that's bad for a developing market. Everybody keeps talking about regulators just need to get out of the way and government oversight's bad. Well, a deal of this size would necessitate a massive amount of oversight and regulation that would be very bad for this emerging market. In other words, this merger is so big, it impacts such a large and fast-growing market, the necessary and regulatory oversight would be market disruptive and fundamentally bad for the cloud gaming market as it grows. It's a both-and situation. You want to buy this level of property? Well, it requires this level of oversight and regulation, and that's antithetical to healthy market growth. They provide 3 reasons that they found Microsoft's remedy to have shortcomings. Number 1, it did not sufficiently cover different cloud gaming service business models, including multi-game subscription services. Second one, it was not sufficiently open to providers who might wish to offer versions of games on PC operating systems other than Windows. A little Minecraft stat from a couple of weeks ago probably not helping with the way they've treated competing browsers. Second, it would standardize the term and conditions on which games are available as opposed to them being determined by the dynamism and creativity of competition in the market and would be expected in the absence of the merger. Once again, they see the developing market being affected by a stronghold from Microsoft. They would basically be able to standardize how cloud gaming takes place. They conclude this section by restating that, quote, accepting Microsoft's remedy would inevitably require some degree of regulatory oversight by the CMA. By contrast, preventing the merger would effectively allow market forces to continue to operate and shape the development of cloud gaming without this regulatory intervention. They're saying we're blocking this because we don't want to get involved, and we would have to, as would every other regulatory body that sees the potential of cloud gaming and what Microsoft would be able to do to it, since they already have such a massive foothold in that specific space. In other words, blocking the merger allows an emerging market to emerge. They seem keenly aware of why Microsoft was so interested in Activision Blizzard. It's almost as if once they got past the bluster and the grandstanding about Call of Duty, real market problems emerged. Oh, but Sony's the one that brought up Call of Duty. Really? If my memory is correct, Phil Spencer started this by taking the additional 3-year offering back in September to the public, started talking about it in the public. He made Call of Duty the central focus of the public, while Jim Ryan and Sony were handling things directly to the regulators. There were no public statements from Sony about this until Phil Spencer made it public. But sure, Sony made Call of Duty central, and it was to distract from the real plan. That was all what Sony wanted to do. Sure. Next up, the final section of their statement, potential benefits of the merger. Now, this is to show that they considered, could this merger help cloud gaming? They weren't just saying, oh, it could hurt it. They considered if it could help. They start with Game Pass and the inevitable price hike. This stands at odds with what Microsoft said, but kind of not, since Microsoft spoke out of both sides of their mouth about Game Pass price increasing if the Activision deal went through. Quote, the CMA carefully considered whether the benefit of having Activision's content available on Game Pass outweighed the harm that the merger would cause to competition in cloud gaming in the UK. The CMA found that this new payment option, while beneficial to some customers, would not outweigh the overall harm to competition and ultimately UK gamers arising from this merger, particularly given the incentive for Microsoft to increase the cost of Game Pass subscription post-merger to reflect the addition of Activision's valuable games. Now, Microsoft's official response a while ago, when concerns about Game Pass price going up because of this merger, this statement makes me laugh every time I read it. Just listen to the beautiful doublespeak. Quote, Game Pass prices will not increase as a result of the merger, and certainly will not increase to a point that offsets the substantial benefits of Activision titles coming to Game Pass on a day-and-date basis. The doublespeak is so masterful, and it's so quick, you almost don't catch it. It won't increase as a result of the merger, but it certainly won't increase beyond the benefits of having Activision games on Game Pass. That sentence has got to be one of my favorite sentences from all of the nonsense of covering this. They literally contradict themselves within the same sentence. It's not even like a paragraph later. I fully agree with the CMA's take on this, especially in light of the blatant doublespeak from Microsoft. Getting Activision Blizzard would certainly give them plenty of reason to raise the price of Game Pass, which would offset any of the benefits that they might have seen as, oh, ABK content going to Game Pass will offset what it's doing to cloud gaming. Even though they're not directly related, they're tangentially related because Game Pass is available everywhere on cloud gaming, which would just further Microsoft's dominance within that market. Then, Martin Coleman, the chair of the panel of experts on this investigation, he had 4 bullet points. I'm not going to read all of them, but I did like one of them particularly. It's very good. It's a particularly ironic pill for Microsoft to swallow. This was really good. Microsoft already enjoys a powerful position and head start over other competitors in cloud gaming, and this deal would strengthen that advantage, giving it the ability to undermine new and innovative competitors. All that talk about Sony being the dominant leader in console gaming is coming back to bite ya. All the posturing as if Microsoft's just an underdog trying to compete. That is shattered when the stats are actually considered. You can't justify a $70 billion acquisition by pointing to the dominance of your competitor in one market when a potentially much larger market is already dominated by you. Cloud gaming will be larger than console gaming. Just give it about 10 years, which, ironically enough, 10 years is what they were signing all these contracts for, but give it 10 years and cloud gaming will surpass the console gaming market. It's undoubtedly going to be larger because it unifies entire ecosystems. It unifies mobile. It unifies PC. It even unifies console offerings, which means the fact that Microsoft is already dominant in that market, that's far more important than Sony's dominance of high-end consoles. Within software and cloud, Microsoft is unquestionably leading. And it means their own argumentation can be used against their desire to buy Activision Blizzard. Finally, Martin Coleman closed with this public statement. Cloud gaming needs a free, competitive market to drive innovation and choice. That is best achieved by allowing the current competitive dynamics in cloud gaming to continue to do their job. And I couldn't agree more. The last thing we need is another tech sector dominated by consolidation. Does this mean the deal is dead? Well, just yesterday, many were saying that if this deal went through the CMA, it would weaken the FTC's case. All of this bolsters and strengthens the FTC's case because they can cite the exact same problems. They can just bring it home to the West, where Microsoft dominates even more. All this talk of going forward with the deal and, well, we're going to go forward with the deal without the FTC, that's starting to look like a peacock without any feathers. They certainly have a chance to appeal, but for now, the CMA has set out pretty large barriers to making that possible. The biggest being them showing just how much regulation would be required in this emerging and global market. Earlier this year, I thought the deal was getting blocked. It was like January, and I think this is getting blocked. So many people are getting in the way, but as time went on, it looked like Microsoft was turning the tide in their favor. Well, they were just dealt a significant setback, and only time will tell if they can overcome it. Let me give you my thoughts and my conclusions, because now it's time for me to talk, okay? Now I get to talk. I'm not going to be quoting the document anymore. Back when the provisional findings hit, all the pro-Xbox channels and media outlets acted as if the deal was approved. I covered it, honestly, accurately, extensively quoted the documents, and I said, this deal's not over. This deal has not been approved. Cloud gaming is up next. I followed up that coverage with a cloud services stream where Google was pointing to anti-competitive behavior from Microsoft with cloud-based services that they were already dominating, and I thought that was going to enter the picture. And it has. Microsoft's pre-existing global dominance in the cloud space is a torpedo to the side of the Activision deal boat. And it should be. Nobody should be ignoring just how big Microsoft is globally within the cloud space already. Number 2, many will turn this into a Sony fans are celebrating, or you're just glad because you're a Sony pony, because using the word Sony pony is so intellectual. Put that in a thesis paper at your college campus. I have never once made my position about defending Sony. It has always been about the market and the future of gaming. I've tried to say this over and over, that Call of Duty was a red herring, and that Microsoft really just wants mobile and cloud, and that they want to treat gaming the way they treat their software. I said they're going to get all this, they're going to unify their ecosystem, it's going to be mobile and cloud, and they're going to put games behind a subscription service. They're going to treat software the same way they've treated their operating system and the same way they've treated Microsoft Office. This is all bigger than Call of Duty. This is bigger than exclusivity contracts. Now, maybe Xbox fans will see that I was on your side. I own Xbox hardware. I didn't see this as helping me in the least. Seeing Xbox hardware sales reports being down 30%, that's not good for me. It certainly isn't good for competition. This was supposed to be an amazing next-gen time for gaming, and Xbox has seemingly already tapped out, and they're looking at cloud and mobile to be their savior. The next-gen console market is so lopsided, and blaming Sony because of Final Fantasy contracts and exclusivity deals, that has nothing to do with the current state of things. Microsoft failed to have a compelling offering of next-gen titles while owning more studios than Sony, and they hamstrung an entire console generation with a budget console with a memory bottleneck. And once they realized they lost another console saturation race, they just focused elsewhere. It's the Microsoft way. Conclusion: if the Activision Blizzard deal fails to go through, I'm honestly not sure what the future holds for the Xbox gaming division. Without this deal, they simply don't have the market share to grow their ecosystem within gaming. They were putting a lot of eggs in this basket, $70 billion worth to be exact. All their language recently has been about PC, mobile, cloud, and their ecosystem. Those who own an Xbox Series piece of hardware, well, you're just now starting to realize that you're not the focus. And with Microsoft's history, it may only be a matter of time before something gets get shut down. And that's the show open. Well. Well. 24 minutes in. Let's talk about this. All the bluster. All the peacocking yesterday. Yeah. Where are you now? Where are you now? Yeah. All of the BS. All of the hate. When I tried to cover this, I got told, you're just being a Sony pony. You're just coping. I told you that this deal was not going through. I had a completely different show planned for today. 20-something pages about Diablo. And I woke up this morning, I opened my laptop, and I said, well, I gotta cover this. Where are you? Where's your strut? But for real, listen. This is exactly what was supposed to happen. Like, somebody finally said, do you guys realize who we're talking about? Do you guys realize what we're talking about? We're talking about Microsoft. We're not talking about some tiny company trying to enter gaming. And finally, one of the regulators opens their eyes and says, I don't know, man. These guys are already really big, and they're trying to enter the market that's about to explode. Like, cloud and mobile are quite literally about to have a moment. And we're going to let these guys, of all the companies you're going to let do it, you're going to let Microsoft do this? And the amazing thing to me, is that Microsoft, once again, they're their own worst enemy. They're their own worst enemy. You go and you buy ZeniMax, and you're like, yeah, we don't have financial incentive to make this stuff exclusive. We're going to do it on a case-by-case basis. And the ink dries, and they're like, it's all ours now. And it's like, oh, okay, yeah, that's fine. And everybody wanted to act like that wasn't a factor. And the CMA said today, it's like, well, I mean, as far as we can tell, according to the evidence, Microsoft has a lot of incentives to make newly acquired property exclusive, because that's what they did. That's what they did. Discord unmute. I'm so sorry. Sorry, Discord. A $10 tip from Sony Nakamura. So what does this mean? Does Sony feel relaxed because they never signed the contract? Yeah, Sony's like, hey, where's your contract now? Where's your contract now, Microsoft? You got a contract for us for Call of Duty? What Call of Duty? That's why why would you sign a contract with a company who doesn't even own the property yet? A 5-spot from Cohen. Microsoft wants their cloud to be Skynet and to use their T800s to get us under their control. Thank you, Cohen. Cloud Strife with a 4-month renewal. Thank you guys so much. I know there were super chats during the show open. There was a 2-spot from Billy. pouring out for the Xbox brand. Listen, man, if this doesn't go through, I'm telling you what, man, Xbox Gaming Division is kaput. It's kaput. They'll just slowly kill it, because all they'll do is no more consoles needed. They'll just pivot all their attention to Game Pass ecosystem on PC, and that'll be the end of it. If this deal doesn't go through, I could see them even halting the next console. Loney, come on. How much restraint do you have in that body? This might have been your biggest I told you so ever. Listen, I wanted to win gracefully. And it's not over. It's not over. It seems like it's pretty close to being over. But listen, I want to win gracefully. I told people, I said, listen, this is not the deal that you think it is. This is not about Call of Duty. You guys keep focusing on Sony and Call of Duty. You want to focus on Sony's market dominance. Microsoft's one of the biggest companies in the world, and they're trying to get their way into cloud and mobile. That's way more worrisome than what they might do to Sony. All I ever said about Sony was Sony has every right to protect their bottom line. Sony has every right to protect their revenue streams. Sony is doing exactly what they're supposed to do. They're doing what they're legally obligated to do. That's all I ever said about Sony because they were a part of the conversation. But the bigger conversation, come on. It's hard to be graceful today. I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best to win gracefully here because we've been saying this for months. This is vindication for all of us that kept saying that you can't let this deal go through. They will suddenly have dominance over so many sectors of the market. You cannot let them have this. $5 tip from Kilver. Could the ABK appeal mess with Sony future plans, showcases, and acquisitions? Look, baby, Sony gets to do the same thing they did when Redfall fell on its face. All Sony's got to do is be quiet and show up. That's all Sony's got to do. Oh, for Redfall's 30 FPS? Oh, my. Whew. That's rough. Here's a Final Fantasy 16 20-minute state of play. Oh, my gosh. Redfall's just getting shredded. Oh, man. Hi-Fi Rush didn't hit revenue targets. Here's Horizon Forbidden West DLC. All they got to do is show up at this point. Have you seen the sales numbers of the hardware? Are you kidding me? I told you a week ago, I said, next-gen consoles, the next-gen console war is over. It's over. Xbox is just out. They're not even in the ring anymore. Announce the showcase today. That's what I would do. If I was Sony, I'd wait till about midday and be like, hey, the Sony showcase is going to be on June the 1st. And by the way, I brought the coffee in the shot. Get some of this coffee today. We're moving through our holiday blend. It's on sale. There's like 100 bags left. Give some members. Wait, let's get some members. There's 1,200 people here. This is the biggest stream I've ever had. Listen, if you've never been here before, I've been covering Diablo, Starfield, Redfall. I covered Cyberpunk. I cover Sony. I cover Xbox. I cover it all. Anybody telling you on Twitter this is a Sony channel, just go to my channel and click the live tab and just look how much variety that you get here. Those people are just, tribalistic and only watch one type of content. They watch anti-Xbox content so they can seethe and rage and call people ponies. That's not what this channel is. This channel is variety gaming coverage. It's an interactive talk show. I am safe for work. So hit subscribe if you haven't already. It means you can talk in my chat. You can support the channel in a variety of ways with a membership, a gifted membership, some coffee, my glasses, my shirt. All of these are part of what we do here. A 5-spot from Treble Champ. UK resident here. The CMA rarely, if ever, have had a successful appeal. They consider the case closed on most rulings. Facebook most recently failed. Thank you for that context. I appreciate that, Treble. A 5-spot from Edward Hulse. Do you think there will be any leadership changes at Microsoft or Xbox if the appeal fails after this? I said this in my coverage about Hi-Fi Rush. I actually am concerned about I have liked Phil Spencer for a long time. Anybody who watched my coverage of E3 dating back to 2017 will tell you I've always liked Phil Spencer. I'm actually worried that he'll be on his way out soon. And it's not even related to the ABK deal. The ABK deal is just one more blow to the Xbox gaming division. Yo, a 5 gifted member bomb from Sergeant First Class Smokes a Lot. My man, kicking the day off. And it goes to Arthrin, Perfect Shogun, Mad Evil Mock, and Mean Dave Cranberry. You guys are all members. Guys, if you're a member, this Friday night is community game night. We'll be playing Jackbox with the community. It's members only. And then Saturday night's a Star Wars watch party. So make sure you are in the Discord so you don't miss out on this stuff. John Always with another 5. We have a very, very generous community here. If you hang out on a regular basis, you will likely get a gifted membership. Thank you, John Always. It goes to Treble Champ. It goes to John. It goes to Rick. It goes to Justin and Fandom Jumper. Thank you so much. It ain't looking good for Phil. Listen, if I'm telling you, in 2018, they had a very different vision for Game Pass and for Xbox going forward. They had a very different vision. Phil Spencer pointed to State of Decay 2 and Forza Horizon 4, and he was like, yeah, being on Game Pass increased their sales. And then Hi-Fi Rush goes crazy. Everybody's talking about it. Beautiful top-of-mind marketing funnel, and it didn't hit revenue that they wanted to hit. Now, I'm not calling it a flop. Everybody tried to act like Jeff Grubb's statements were walked back or debunked. Jeff Grubb didn't walk back his statements about Microsoft management not being happy. All you got to do is look at the findings yesterday. Look at the earnings from yesterday. Do you honestly think Microsoft's happy with the state of the Xbox gaming division? Yo, Prophecy just upgraded to VIP. We do have a VIP initiative right now. If we have 200 VIPs by the end of the week, I will do an unfiltered stream just for VIPs. Thank you for Prophecy for upgrading. Phantom Phoenix with 8 months of membership. I originally wanted this deal to go through after all the factual and thorough coverage here. My stance has changed. Microsoft Gaming will ruin ABK IPs. Thank you, Phantom Phoenix. Aaron Claypool with a $5 super chat tip. Lono this morning, kids. Daddy's going to be a bit loud this morning. Don't be scared and don't open the door. That's right. I told my wife, I said, I can't even say goodbye to you guys. They were going somewhere. I was like, I can't. I got to go down. I was like, I'm typing. I'm working. I was like, my entire show got detonated. The deal got blocked. This is big. This is earth-shattering. This is going to be one of the biggest days my channel has had in a long, long time. A $5 tip from FCAT. Boosteroid got a 10-year deal, but Windows says the app can't be trusted downloading it. Thank you, FCAT, for the $5 super chat tip. That's what happens when you become Johnny Appleseed with 10-year contracts. Listen, Microsoft was doing everything they could to get the public to see, oh, look at generous, charitable Microsoft. They're offering a 10-year contract to everybody who will take one. I could have probably gotten a 10-year Call of Duty contract with one. You know what I'm saying? They were giving one to everybody. You give one to Boosteroid. Who is Boosteroid? What? And PC Gamer was like, Microsoft's out here offering 10-year contracts to companies we've never even heard of. Like, come on, man. The writing was on the wall. The writing was on the wall. Everybody that said that Jim Ryan was crying and desperate, yes, you don't have egg on your face. You got a whole omelet on your face. Do you know who was desperate? The company that was out here trying to convince the public they were the underdog. The company that was throwing 10-year contracts at anybody who would take it. The company that hardware sales are down 30%. The company with virtually no first-party next-gen offering. The company that's seemingly losing the next-gen console war already, 2 years into the life cycle. That's who's desperate. They need ABK. They need them. This was their way out. And it might not be happening. Yo, Kyber Drog with a brand new membership. Guys, if you've never done a membership before on YouTube, don't sit around and wait for a gifted. Get involved. Click the $ at the bottom of the chat. Click the join button. It's $5. You get into all my extra members-only content. I do streams every day. It's like a debrief. It gets spicy. The veil comes down. We're just kind of behind the curtain. It's a blast. You don't want to miss it. Brian M. with a 2-spot. Will the PlayStation Showcase open with Call of Duty? I have no idea. Top G with a 6-month membership renewal. Microsoft should sell Xbox and merge with Sony to save their company. What a month for Xbox. Yeah, April's going to go down in history as the month that Xbox died. That feels hyperbolic. That feels like super hyperbolic, like clickbait. But April of 2023 is going to go down in history as like, yeah, that's the month that Xbox died. Yeah. One of their newly acquired studios is dropping a 30 FPS next-gen game. One of their biggest hits of the year on Game Pass didn't hit revenue goals. Their hardware sales are down 30%. And the Activision Blizzard deal got blocked by the CMA. I mean, just boom, boom, boom. All we need now is the PlayStation Showcase announcement. That's all we need now. Xbox hardware sales are down at Xbox One levels. You're the most honest, smartest streamer I've seen on YouTube. This is the biggest I told you so in history of streamers. Keep up the outstanding work. Thank you, Pierre. I appreciate that. If you said March 30th, Xbox would collapse in April, I'd have said you were insane. Listen. my position on this has always been the same. I'm against the deal because I'm anti-consolidation of this level. I said in January, seems like this deal's getting blocked. As February and March rolled out, I was like, I don't know, man. I think Microsoft's winning approval here. I think they're winning people over. I said, I think this deal's going through. And then today happened. And I was like, wait, what? I had to like double check I was reading the headlines right. I was like, CMA blocked it? Hilly hijinks with a 5 spot. This is too funny. Do you remember when they said the CMA has no power? I haven't stopped laughing. Yeah. Yeah, should we run down through all of the amazing things we've had to hear for the last year? Should we do it? Should we do a Hall of Shame? Oh, let's do the Hall of Shame, right? We should do this. We should have all of these tweets and all these statements and all these comments and just put them on the wall. And be like, hey, do you remember when you said that Microsoft was going to rip Call of Duty from Sony? That didn't happen. Microsoft came out and said they had no plans on doing that. Do you remember when you said the FTC and the regulators weren't going to get in the way? Do you remember when you said that the FTC didn't want to suffer embarrassment? Do you remember when you said the CMA had no power? Do you remember when you said the deal was going to go through with or without the FTC? Do you remember when you said that this was Xbox's time? Do you remember when you said that Phil Spencer was scared and desperate? Do you remember when you said that this was Xbox's time and they were going to dominate the market and they were going to take over and they were going to be in first place? Do you remember when you said all that? Do you remember? I remember because I had to sit here and read it. Fonzo with 23 months and it's a VIP. Thank you. He does love Sony for sure. But see, that's always been an obfuscation of what I say. Like, that's what people use to cloud what I say. I trot out big, long, substantive arguments, 20-page documents. He's just a Sony pony. You lack the ability to engage. Do it. Clip me, meme me, react to me, put me on your thumbnail, put me on Twitter. Do it. Go for it. I don't care. All you do is concede that you have no argument. You want to insult my hair, my glasses, my looks, the fact that I talk with my hands. Grow the frick up, be a man, come to the table and have a conversation or a debate. If you can't do that, you want to slum it down on the playground and throw mud and insults and attack my character and integrity. You want to drum up the past and try and hurt me? Go for it. I'm still here. You're not going to be. Your coverage is paltry. Your ability to argue is non-existent. So just keep doing it. I don't care. Make as many dumb tweets, as many videos as you want. It's passive concession of weakness. What's this Nintendo stuff? Nintendo's going to be exhibiting at Gamescom. Okay. Very strange for Nintendo to be at Gamescom. Very strange. Late year, too. Late year. That's after Zelda. Yep. Yep. Okay. We'll have to tuck that away. Shouldn't you care your precious Phil didn't get what you wanted? Listen, I like Phil Spencer. Right? I like Phil Spencer, but that doesn't mean I want gaming division of Xbox to get this deal. I have more of an affinity and more of a history with Phil Spencer. Like, people are like, oh, you love Sony and Jim Ryan. Like, up until a year ago, I didn't even know who the frick Jim Ryan was. I was an Xbox gamer. I loved covering the Xbox showcases. I always said that Xbox put on great showcases at E3. They were some of my favorites to cover. $5 from FCAT. CMA knows nothing. GFN is the dominant cloud service. xCloud sucks. I mean, 60 to 70% of the global cloud gaming market is Microsoft, according to the CMA. Listen, how long ago was it? Do I still have the screenshot? Where is it? No, this is from all the Diablo stuff I was supposed to cover today. Dadgummit! My screenshot's gone. This is the wrong scene. Frick! Listen, how long ago did old boy tweet and said that they have 120 million monthly active users? Hey, man, shareholders, we got 120 million active users. Isn't that amazing? And the CMA's like, huh. How'd you guys do that? How do you have that many users? You told us that you had like 40 million monthly active users. How'd you get 120? It's only been a couple of months since you told us 40. It's really interesting. You're telling the shareholders one thing, and then you're telling the regulators something completely different? That's very interesting. Maybe we should look at just how much of dominance you have. I mean, how many users do you have again? 60% seems overstated from what I looked up. Again, I'm not sitting here going down the rabbit hole of like, let me go out here and look for every single stat I can find. This is what the CMA said according to their own investigation, according to the documents and the evidence that was in front of them. That's what they stated. That's what they stated. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, if you're gonna go the route of being like, well, the CMA's wrong. Okay, well then that's gonna be on Microsoft to prove that. Listen, the CMA is not beyond error here. They're not infallible. Microsoft could come back to the table and be like, you've really misrepresented our cloud dominance, right? Look at what PlayStation did, right? Lil bro's getting his victory lap. That's right. Yo, Kevin with a month of membership. The EU will surely take this into account. A 5 spot from Trill Troll. 30 seems to be a recurring number for Microsoft. Hardware sales down 30%. Redfall launching at 30 FPS. Just wait for the 30 FPS Starfield announcement. Oh boy. PlayStation pushed back on the CMA, and when the CMA in their provisional findings found what they did about Call of Duty and console gaming, Sony was like, you guys are in error here, and Sony walked through all the errors. There is certainly opportunity here for Microsoft to appeal and say, listen, you guys got some of these numbers wrong, right? You got some of the numbers wrong. That's why I said in my show open, I said, the most important part of this is when the CMA says the reach of this is too big. This market is emerging. There'd have to be way too much regulatory oversight and enforcement. That's bad for an emerging market. That has nothing to do with whether or not Microsoft has 60%, 50, whatever. Congrats on the huge day, homie. Thank you, Rob V. Rob V just gifted 5 members to the community. Guys, if you're going to unlock the Just Dance stream, a day where we have 1,200 viewers is a day to do it, okay? It's the day to do it. If you guys go on a 5 gifted member train, right, we'll hit it. We will hit it. I think we're in the 2,600s. You're going to have to go big because the end of March was big for us. If you want that stream, you want to hit 3,000 members, this is your last chance, and we got enough people here to do it today. Edward Holtz with a 5 spot. By the way, this is the first stream of yours I've been in. Also, I think the share price of Microsoft and Activision dropped in the announcement of the block. Oh, yes. Today will be a bad day for their shares, for sure. For sure. Market confidence is... The earnings call yesterday. Oh, man. This is a double whammy, brother. This is a double whammy if I've ever seen one. People yesterday were already trying to spin the 30% down hardware revenue for Microsoft. Bro, yesterday they have to walk those stats out on an earnings call, and then today the CMA's like, the pain's not done, we're blocking your deal. Like, this is bad. This is bad for them. Consumer confidence, shareholder confidence, shaky right now, specifically with Xbox. Blizzard Activision's probably going to hurt the worst in the shares. I don't know if Microsoft's actually down right now. I think Microsoft's up a little bit, isn't it? ABK is gonna fall fast, but Microsoft's is probably fine because their gaming stats yesterday were not impressive, but I thought the other stats were fine. I didn't look at it because I was like, I'm not covering that tomorrow. I'm not going to cover a freaking earnings call. I did not want to cover that. Yo, Catwalk with 5 gifted members. Let's go. Let's go. Taking us to 21. Every 25, I gift 5. This is hit some days 150 or more. Thank you, Rob V, for gifting 5. That was so generous, Rob. And then Coey, renewed for 14 months, said keep killing it. I think that's everybody. Rob V said congrats on the big day. Thank you, Rob V. Microsoft is up for its AI efforts. Yeah, Microsoft corporate's probably going to be fine. And that's what you really want to question. You really want to question if Microsoft's going to want to keep dragging the gaming division behind it. Come on, bro. Small victory lap for ponies. Microsoft will own Activision. Okay. Don't worry, Microsoft has 4 limited edition controllers for Redfall. That'll save everything. That's right. Just yesterday, everybody was saying, they were saying that it's looking like the CMA is going to approve, and when the CMA approves, it's going to make things really hard on the FTC. Longtime viewer, thank you. If you guys are a longtime viewer or a brand new viewer or you've never been here before, smash that like button, man. 1,200 people here. We should easily have 700 likes right now. Easily should have 700 likes. I am a safe for work broadcaster. That means I'm not swearing and cursing. You can put me on in the background of your day. We also do uploads here. Primarily, it is a daily interactive live show like this. It's like a podcast. You can throw it on in the background of your day. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Make sure you're here every day. I don't just cover this deal, okay? I don't just cover this deal. I cover lots of different things. People will tell you, they will say, look, man, all that guy does is praise Sony. All that guy does is bash Xbox. If you come to my channel and you click on the live tab or the video tab, you will see that that is completely untrue. And yes, for those of you that are just tuning in, the CMA has blocked the deal. It will be over if the appeal is unsuccessful. It's not over yet. Reasons for the block can be challenged. I can't see them overturning their findings specifically with respect to the fact that they're not even looking at Microsoft for one of their most significant reasons. They're looking at the UK cloud gaming market, and they're saying this market is about to explode. This would require too much oversight. We don't think that's good for an emerging market. Microsoft can't contest that fact. Do you understand what I'm saying? The only thing Microsoft could contest is we're not as dominant as you say we are. How are you going to contest their own findings about their own market? Do you see what I'm saying? Yo, 5 gifteds from Gilbert. You guys are doing it. Taking us to 26. There it is. There's the first 25 of the day. The next goal is 50. Let's friggin' go. Come on. Come on. Where's your energy? I've given you 50 minutes of salt, fire, and vinegar. Come on. Where is it? Give me your likes. Give me your gifted members. I don't even want gifted members right now. I want people to jump in on their own. Get committed. Support this channel. People like, that guy just asks for money. Look, man, if you want to live show Monday through Friday, I'm not doing that off of ad revenue. That's not how live streams work. Go watch an uploader if that's what you think. This is a live environment. You want a live environment? You got to support it. That's just the facts. That's just the way that it goes. Yo, good morning, Feed. Good to see you in the chat. Lono, the CMA, if appealed successfully, means the CMA just have to do the investigation from the beginning all over again. That's true. That's the other thing I saw this morning. I saw an analyst saying that even if this thing gets successfully appealed, that means this thing's getting pushed all the way into next year. It's going to get pushed all the way into the next year. They don't understand the cloud gaming market, $1 billion market that might never take off. No, all projections are pointing to the cloud gaming market taking off. Japan sees it growing, the US sees it going, the UK sees it growing. That's false. You can't be like, oh, but it might not take off. All signs point to cloud gaming becoming endemic to the gaming ecosystem. Microsoft's own plans are part of the problem here, Amos. You're going to try and what? Repudiate Microsoft's own plans? Do you see what you're saying? Shout out to my boy FCat, no longer hate watching. Man, listen. If there's one thing I can appreciate is some of y'all from that group, even though you don't agree with me, you come in and you F with me. Like, I like that. I respect that. People come in, they disagree, they don't see eye to eye with me. I love that. Keep coming back. That's my favorite thing. I would much rather have people coming in here and disagreeing with me. The only people that get banned are the people that do one of two things. They attack chat or they attack me. As long as you're attacking the arguments, you are a very welcome people here. Like, we want you here. We want those types of people here. All people are allowed here. Nintendo fans, PlayStation fans, Nintendo fans. Suede coming back in with a month. That can't be right. Not sure why my month counter reset, but regardless, couldn't be more happy and excited for you and where you're heading. Keep leading the charge. Thank you, Suede. 15 months of Dad Not Good, and it's a VIP. Scott Free says, I'll jump in. This show is worth supporting. $5 a month supports this show. If everybody does it, then we're going to the dadgum moon. We will reassess our growth plans for the UK is about as aggressive as you can be in a response like this. The CMA report contradicts the ambitions of the UK to become an attractive country to build technology business. We will aggressively with Microsoft to reverse this appeal. The report's conclusions are a disservice to the UK citizens who face increasingly dire economic prospects. We will reassess our growth plans for the UK. Global innovators, large and small, take note that, despite all of its rhetoric, the UK is clearly closed for business. Yeah, that's Lulu Chang. And Hogue Law is saying, we will reassess our growth plans for the UK is about as aggressive as you can be in a response like this. Yeah. They're basically saying, okay, fine, we'll pull out. We don't need you. That's kind of what like Lulu Chang is posturing. A 2-spot from Just Wait. Let me get 2 claps and a Ric Flair woo. I'm not doing that. And I'm gonna be more obnoxious. It's been a hard couple of weeks for Xbox. Only one thing to do, start making great games. Raptor says, you can become a VIP for an extra $5. Help us unlock the weekly VIP rant streams. Jim stole the Infinity Gauntlet and snapped Lulu away. Serious question. Will there be a next-gen Xbox? Listen, I said at the conclusion of my monologue, if this deal is successfully blocked, like it's like what would be the phrase? Unilaterally? Like if everybody blocks it, everybody that matters. CMA, UK, US. If you get the 3-pronged block, the deal's dead as dead gets. If that happens, the Xbox gaming division's in trouble. I believe it. I believe they could halt the next console plans that they have. I believe that they could shutter studios. They start selling the studios off, to be quite honest. We might get Starfield on PlayStation. I actually don't want that to happen. Seriously, I don't. I'm being funny. It's kind of a character, but listen, I don't want that to happen. I'm looking at all the property they own, and I'm like, whoa. Hellblade 2, Elder Scrolls, Fallout, Fable. No, like, that's worrying, bro. Microsoft's got big property. They got big property. Don't get it twisted. I've not just been saying that to look like he just wants to appear neutral. No, bro. I like my Xbox Series X, and I'm looking forward to a lot of the property over there. And I'm like, whoa. You know that like Andre the Giant like animated gif? I'm like, whoa. Is Xbox gonna be okay? Like, am I gonna get my games, bro? Like that? What? Like I'm telling you. This is not a good thing if this happens. If Xbox Gaming Division shuts down. Oh my gosh! All right, hang on a minute. I got some people to thank before this thing hits the chat. Big Evil hit 5 months of memberships. Nobody better not make fun of Lono's hair. That's a double negative. You just told everybody to make fun of my hair. KVAX just upgraded to a VIP. Catwalk hits 2 months. Let's get that Just Dance stream. And Dad Not Good says, I can help with that with the 50 bomb. A 50 bomb. He takes us to 77. That means we hit the 25 goal 3 times already. 3 times already! That's insane. Kevin with a 5 spot. Do you see the Activision, specifically the PR spokesperson Lulu Morrissey, was threatening to pull from the UK? Kind of scummy. Listen, man. Listen. If I've ever seen a spin doctor, whew, he's wearing a lab coat, bro. My gosh. Lono's hair looks good. Got him. Thank you. Abe gives some membership as well. He's like, listen, I'm going to jump in on this elevator train that's going up in chat right now. That is so massive, Dad Not Good. That is so generous. So generous. Raptor says, let's get 700 likes. Listen, if you guys are enjoying this stream, I mean this. I mean this. You got to understand something. We do this every day. It doesn't matter the topic. We have a good time. It's spicy. So if you look at my thumbnails and you see me in your feed and you're like, oh, he's talking Diablo, or oh, he's talking Cyberpunk. It's always a good time here, man. It's always lively. It's a blast. Get involved. There are people that are here every day that'll tell you. You don't just need to show up when there's spice in the room, right? A 5 spot from Edward Holst. Could CMA's decision influence the EU's decision on the deal? FTC will probably use the CMA as evidence in their case. It's very possible, and the FTC will certainly like it. And yo! Another 50 bomb from Dad Not Good. This man says, I'm coming. He says, I'm coming in the room. Taking us to 128 on the day. This guy dropping absolute bombs. Is anybody going to try to compete with him? He's going for the Eknor Award right at the end of the day, right at the end of the month, down to the wire. And we're going to push for the 3,000 members, apparently. This is it. It's going to happen. You guys are going to get your Just Dance stream. Somebody's going to have to step up to the plate and help out Dad Not Good. I don't think he can carry us all the way across the finish line, but he just got us really, really close. He just got us really close. My man Brap in the house. Basement Radio Arcade Podcast. I'm going to be on there tonight. Don't you guys miss it. With a $5 tip in chat, he says UA probably blocks next. Looking forward to having you on Brap tonight. Not UA, EU. EU probably blocks next. Yeah, EU's next in line. Boom. It'll be a double header. Here comes the next block. Listen, regulators are doing right. They're doing right by the consumer. This is what I've been saying all along. Their job is to protect the consumer. Their job is to protect the market. That's what they're supposed to do. And what I read this morning in my coverage, that's exactly what they did. I'm going to give you guys a VIP count. I think you guys have moved the needle. Yo, a 6 spot coming in from Konstantinos. I don't know if I said that right. Thank you so much, Konstantinos, for being here. Let me give you guys a total member count. And let me give you a count on VIP. 2839. You are 160 members away from the Just Dance stream. I really, really hope that you don't get it. All right, VIPs, 184. We are at 184 VIPs. We officially only need 16 more people to upgrade to get your every Friday VIP unfiltered rant stream. Creature joins me, my producer. We got a lot of crap with a lot of you people. And we don't hold back. Lono drinks Bud Light. I do not. I was very much a non-IPA guy, and then people started suggesting and buying really good IPAs for me, and now that's pretty much all I drink. Fazimoto coming in with a VIP renewal. Thank you so much. Welcome on in. Wow, Lono, what's going on in here? I tell you what's going on in here. When you cover something with accuracy, when you work with integrity, when you're honest, and when you put in the work, good results come from it. You can't stop it. You can't. Truth is undefeated. Time is undefeated. And I don't know. Maybe we're undefeated. I couldn't say that. We do have. It's like in Punch-Out, right? We have a couple losses on the record, okay? But we're hitting far above our weight class now. We're going to the moon, all right? Twitter's exploding right now. I don't care. Cosreal with 10 months. The stream is doing numbers. I'm over the deal. I want Xbox to deliver 60 FPS or out. Lono, if we get the Just Dance goal, you should dance to Just Dance by Lady Gaga. I just open up the game and pick songs, brother, and it's terrible. I'm short and I am white. I have a reasonable amount of rhythm from playing the drums. Just got here. What's the VIP count? 184. Well, Fozzy just renewed, so it might be 185. Let me refresh and check. We awake on the other side of time. How's the coffee biz doing? Coffee biz is good. We got brand new bags coming in for the dark roast. We are moving through the final stores. We're at 185 on the VIP count. 185. Fozzy pushed it to 185. 15 more. 5 spot from Patrick. I think you need to have Doc Dark on for a therapy stream. Doc Dark will be okay. He's a smart guy. He's an honest guy. He'll be fine. Deadly Dad Gaming just upgraded to VIP. This is it. This is it. This is our time. This is it, baby. Short and white. I've got 2 marks against me. I do. I've got 2 marks against me. Barrier with 19 months and he's already out of VIP. We should celebrate with a Halo Infinite community night. Kappa. Come on. Don't be unkind. Don't be unkind. We just got 700 likes on the stream. We can win gracefully. We can win gracefully. All right, I want you guys to consider something with me, okay? Let me pull up my document. Let me pull up my notes. Let's have some discussion questions. I want to know what you guys think. Stick around. Stick around. You don't want to miss these discussion questions. It's usually a good time, all right? Yo, Hex just upgraded to a VIP, taking us to 187. Let's go. 200 VIPs within reach. Don't forget about the membership, all right? The whole membership goal. You guys are like 140 away. You're going to get real close to that Just Dance stream. You're going to get so close to the sun and fall. Don't let it lose your grip on it. Lono, did you hear that no CMA appeal has been successful in 19 years? Good luck making history, baby. Oof. Christina with 20 months. Welcome back in, Christina. Good to see you. Unfiltered Lono and Creature, I'm down. That's right. Every Friday if we have 200 VIPs. Okay. So they broke down their public statement into 3 sections. Into 3 sections. Matt Lippy jumping back in as a member. Welcome back in. Okay, so the CMA broke down their public response into 3 sections. I didn't comb through the PDFs and the documents because I didn't think that was necessary this morning. I thought that their public response was really, really good. It was really, really helpful, okay? Number 1, they outlined cloud gaming concerns. Number 2, the remedy proposed by Microsoft. They rejected those remedies. They were not compelled by them. Number 3, the potential benefits of the merger. They did consider the potential benefits of the merger, specifically like ABK property, Activision property going on to Game Pass, right? Wheezy says, I can't. I've been waiting almost 2 years for this. F this BS. I said it for almost 2 years. This ain't so cut and dry, and the FTC will probably lean heavy no. Yeah, Wheezy's been trying to bang on the mobile drum, the cloud drum. I've been trying to bang on the mobile drum, the cloud drum. We've been saying this is bigger than Call of Duty. Microsoft wants to completely inject themselves into the global market in a way that would be bad, and the CMA finally saw it. The CMA finally saw it. Listen, we said this in our coverage when the CMA provisional findings came down, and I said, this is not over. What did I hear that entire day? You're coping. It's over. This deal's as good as done. Sony's out of the picture. This deal's done. I'm just waiting for the apologies. I can't hear them. A $2 tip from Donnie. Lono bringing it to Scotland tonight. Bring it, baby. Yes. I don't know what you mean. The only successful appeal to a block was 2020. They have had fines appealed successfully, bans once. Okay. Hilly says no. They could, in theory, take the CMA to the high court. If it passes a legal test, it likely wouldn't. Yo, Frankie gonna upgrade to VIP. 188 VIPs. You guys are bringing the support, right? Bring the support. I'm actually curious what you guys think about Microsoft's future if this doesn't go through. There are so many ways that could go, right? Lono is sporting the how many substantial Xbox titles there are t-shirt. Yeah, I was so glad I wore this shirt today. 0! You get nothing, right? Nothing. Oh, by the way, we've had a lot of new members today. 128 people have received a gifted membership. We have a Discord server specifically for members. You will never miss out on if I've got codes for games, if I'm doing a special stream, the Friday night streams with my wife. This Friday night's a community game night. Saturday night is the Star Wars watch party. You're not going to want to miss that stuff. Get in the Discord so you don't miss out. Those are all privileges that you can take part in as a member. Don't know I block you for just today. Too much blue today. I can't. Come on, baby. Bring it in. Bring it in, baby. Like, let me have that. Let me have that. Let me have that sweet hug, right? You probably smell good, Doc. Let me get that sweet hug. I know you got that tank top on. Come on, bring it in. Bring it in. I'm a short guy. You could throw me around. You could kind of take out your aggression a little bit. Bring it in, brother. Oh, man. Listen. You'll be okay, Doc. You'll be okay. You're a PC gamer now. You're a PC gamer now. You're a PC. Oh, my gosh. Kyber Drog. He just became a member today. Kyber Drog just became a member today, and he upgraded to VIP 189. 189. 1.1K, you killing it? Bro, I had a Diablo stream planned for today. I literally opened up my laptop and I was like, I literally put my laptop down, I grabbed my coffee, and I walked in the office, and I flipped the light on. I was like, time to go to work. Dude, time to go to work. I had a whole other show planned for today. Lono, be gone, wife. I have no time for you right now. The world's imploding. Destin, sorry, folks. My baby made a noise. I couldn't cover anything for a few days. Oh, don't be unkind. Don't be unkind. He just tweeted the other day they're having trouble keeping the kiddo down at night. That's never a fun time. Girl Troll says, wow, upgrade before I did. I didn't know how I should feel about that. I wouldn't celebrate too earlier. AT&T acquired Time Warner, bypassing the regulators. I don't know enough about that to commentate on that. I don't know enough about that. I want to go back. I want to go back to my original discussion question for this section of the broadcast. So don't go anywhere. Stick around. Keep smashing the like button. We're going to keep discussing things. You guys have been going crazy with channel membership. You guys have been going crazy with VIPs. It's absolutely bonkers right now, right? It's absolutely bonkers. We have 2840. You are officially 160 members away from the Just Dance stream. 160. And I'm telling you right now, this is the day to do it. If you don't hit it today, it ain't happening. All right? I'm just trying to be real with y'all. Okay. What happens to the Xbox Gaming division if this deal is successfully blocked, like across the board? They just walk away from the table. Right? What happens? Like, in my mind, there's a lot of outcomes. Okay? There's an outcome where Microsoft says, stop creating the next console. We're going to lick our wounds with an ecosystem push, and then we'll just slowly drift off into the sunset. We'll become a publisher. Yo! Crispy Bogod coming in, taking us to 148. A 20 gifted member Bob and I Am Melee upgrades to VIP. This man putting us on the doorstep of 200 VIPs. That's 190. That's 190. You guys are now 140 away. 140. This man just put a 20-member dent in the count. I feel like they go publisher. Because they have all those studios. Oh, how the tables would turn if they had to go to Sony and say, so those versions of Starfield and Redfall that we scrapped, we still have them. And, yeah, your market saturation is looking amazing. We'd really like to work with you as a publisher. We'd like to bring our content over here. ABK spins off the cloud stuff and they try the acquisition again. Yeah, but Zubair, that would take so long. At a certain point, wouldn't they just be losing so much money by trying to do it again? I just don't know. East Coast Overlord coming in, renewing his membership. Welcome back, East Coast Overlord. Like, I don't know about that. If ABK basically sells a... No, see, that's the problem. No, Zubair. Actually, they can't do that. Let me explain to you why. ABK doesn't have cloud stuff. That wasn't the argument that the CMA made. The CMA said, if you suddenly acquired all this property and could then control that level of software on the cloud, that's bad for the emerging cloud market. There is no cloud elements to ABK. Part of the CMA's findings, they quite literally said, that, right here, Microsoft would find it commercially beneficial. Oops, that's the wrong quote. Okay. The evidence available to the CMA indicates that, absent the merger, Activision would start providing games via cloud platforms in the foreseeable future. ABK doesn't have any cloud stuff. In fact, the CMA says, well, if there's no merger, ABK is going to start throwing their stuff on cloud. That's better for the market. There's no way to spin off the cloud stuff. That's not the argument the CMA made. The CMA made... They said the deal would reinforce Microsoft's advantage in the market by giving it control over important gaming content such as Call of Duty, Overwatch, and World of Warcraft. They're saying they would suddenly own some of the biggest property in the world, and they throw that on the cloud. That's going to give them so much control over the cloud market as it emerges. And they basically say the size of this deal and the size of the cloud market as it grows would require so much oversight. That's bad for the market. The fact that the CMA pinned so much of their blocking of this to themselves is pretty significant. 5 spot from East Coast Overlord. Thanks, Google, for screwing up payments. That aside, look at you go. Look at you go. Thank you, East Coast Overlord, with a $5 tip. Pinoy Prince with 7 months of membership. Welcome back in. If ABK deal fails from Microsoft, I think Microsoft turns into a publisher. I think they scrap having their own platform. Wheezy says, another thing people aren't realizing, the FTC and China haven't weighed in. I promise you the FTC is very happy to make this deal be blocked here. Everyone kept telling me Lena Khan has no power. I promise you they'd love to flex. You think China is also happy to let this go after what happened to NetEase? Also, to anyone using past mergers and acquisitions, they are ignoring the fact that the FTC under Lena Khan is very invested in neutering big tech corporations. Oh, also, other politicians are also saying very similar sentiments. I said time and time again, this isn't just buying a candy bar. This is going to be a huge thing to try and pass. If the EU blocks the deal as well, don't worry. It's easy to make a Call of Duty competitor, right? Hey, listen. Xbox. 10 years is plenty of time to make a Call of Duty competitor. Listen, Microsoft, you don't need Call of Duty. I mean, come on. According to you, 10 years is plenty of time to make a Call of Duty competitor. And since you're suddenly not spending $70 billion on ABK, you got a lot of money to spend. So get to work. Get to work, baby. Yo, Raptor rounding us out to 150. You guys really going to let this man round us out to 150? Hilly says, heck no. 151 rolls it over. That way, we're on our way to 175. The Postman just upgraded to VIP. We have 191 VIPs. We need 9 more people to upgrade. I hate today. This sucks. When does happiness come to Game Pass? Return to sender. Yeah. Yeah, come on, Microsoft. You got all this money now. You don't got to spend $70 billion on Activision Blizzard. Why don't you take, half of that, lick your wounds with it, and take the other half and make a Call of Duty competitor? 10 years is plenty of time to make a Call of Duty competitor, so do it. Oh, I'm sorry. Is that too difficult for you? Zubair says, it's happening. Yes, the VIP efforts are happening. Goddess says, if you enjoy this content, please consider becoming a member. Join the members-only Discord. If you become a VIP, you can help unlock a VIP-only stream. Welcome to the Reforge family. I appreciate you, Goddess. Thank you. Microsoft, 10 years is plenty of time to appeal the government. No, you get told around the globe. to every government that you got told no around the globe. That's right. They've had longer than 10 years, and they never made a competitor to Horizon, Uncharted, Ratchet. Yo, Jaggy Snake says, let's keep it going. He upgrades to VIP 192. Nope, 193. 193, and that's a brand new one. Stone Spire is going to push the total count of members today to 150. To 152. He becomes a brand new member and says, I'll pick VIP right out of the gate, and we're going to hit 157. Ant coming in hot with a 5 gifted members. Blasty Boy says, let's just do a 5 gifted member train. Let's keep it going. 162. 5 gifted members from Ant. 5 gifted members from Blasty Boy. It's literally a gifted member train. We don't do member trains here. We do gifted member trains because that is the kind of community that we have here. You're on the best live streaming community on planet Earth when you hang out here. Nicest people, the most generous people, just absolutely crushing it. Yo, what's good, Dwayne? How are you? Let's be clear, they don't need competitors to those 3 titles. They aren't even close to the biggest titles on PlayStation. They pose no threat to Xbox in any way. Yeah, but the point is that Microsoft has never attempted to make a third-person action-adventure game. Where, like, everybody's always like, oh, all of Sony's games are the same. They're not, but why has Microsoft never made one of those types of games? Why has Microsoft ever attempted to make a Call of Duty competitor? Jaggy Snake with 20 months. It's a VIP. Says, keep the spice flowing. Who's in lead for the Eknor Award? Quiet Shy Girl would have to tell us. She's the one that tracks us. Cardoc Ren comes in and says, let's keep the 5 gifted member train going. He gifts 5 to the community. Zubair with a 26 month and a VIP gold. I'm just here for the coffee and the VIP streams. Man, love you, Zubair. Thank you, dude. Good people. Good man. Are we close to 800 likes? Come on, we have over 1,000 people here. 44 people can press like right now. You can do it. Minimize the chat. Hit that thumbs up. Let's go. 5 gifted members from Sci-Fireman is going to take us to 173. 173 members. What in the world is happening? What is happening right now? Crossfire X try to compete against COD. Oh, yeah. Another 5. We don't say another one here. We say another 5. Another 5. 178 members on the day. Rockin' Robin drops a 5 gifted bomb in the chat. Star Wars Survivor reviews are in. 8, 8, 8, 9, 9, 9, 9.3, 9.5, 95, 5 out of 5. Metacritic 87, OpenCritic 86. Can't wait to play that. Can't wait to play that. Off topic, but I've been playing Div 2 the past few days. Feels good. I'm swimming in loot, having a blast. Div 2's in a great spot. Darth Nihilus says, we're not done. He says, we are not done. 183 members on the day. Another 5 gifted member bomb coming in hot. Absolutely smoking hot today. Nothing's going to compete with COD anytime soon. The name alone is enough to keep pushing that franchise to those junkies, myself included. Here's the thing about anybody trying to claim you can make a Call of Duty competitor. It's an ignorant statement. It is. It's just ignorant. We currently have 2,894 members. You are officially on the 100 doorstep. 106 members required. 106 members, and you get your Just Dance stream. And we have 193 VIPs. You guys are absolutely just crushing it. This is probably the single biggest day I've ever had on YouTube. I don't even know what to say. It's been a long road. Now that CMA denied the deal, what's the content going to be now? What's the content of my channel going to be? Let me see here. I'll try and figure that out. I've been streaming on this channel for a little over 2 years, and let me just quickly brainstorm. I'm just gonna quickly brainstorm. Let me see. PlayStation Phase 2, Division, Diablo, Immortals, Diablo, Burning Shores, Starfield, Diablo, Redfall. Next Gen Console War, Immortals, there's Redfall, there's more Xbox. Let's scroll down a little bit further here. Oh, there's Jedi Survivor, Diablo, there's Cyberpunk, oh, there's PlayStation 5, oh, there's Zelda, oh, there's Resident Evil 4, okay. Let's see, what else could I possibly cover? Oh, yeah, that's right, Diablo, there's Game Pass, there's a game with my wife, there's more Diablo, oh, yeah, there's Hogwarts, oh, there's Sea of Thieves, oh, there's Final Fantasy, oh, there's Elden Ring, there's Kill the Justice League, oh, there's New World, oh, there's a PSVR 2 game, oh, there's more Hogwarts, there's Starfield, oh, there's Atomic Heart, oh, there's Returnal. You know what? I think I'll be fine! Miss me with that. I think I'll be fine. Go back to Twitter. You gonna leave Bramble hanging? Speaking of Star Wars Jedi Survivor, I've been reading the prequel novel Battle Scars all this month. I'm currently about to read the final chapter. Yes, but I don't count those. It's all ABK stuff. Sony games are all a certain layout, and it works beautifully with all of them. Well, and if you actually play them, you know there's massive differences. Like, it's just the people that don't play them that say that. Another new 5 from Blasty Boy? No, I got Blast. Did Blasty Boy do another one? Oh, he did. He did. Thank you. We're at 188. Another 5 gifted members from Blasty Boy while I was cooking that moron. Controllers always make the no games and the no deal look good. What? It may be dark for Xbox fans today, but Xbox has you covered. They're talking about the controllers? Find the clip. Find the clip. You guys, you have to find the clip of me making out with the controller. We have never needed that clip more than right now. If there's ever been a time where we need the clip of me being gross with an Xbox controller and saying, I love you, Phil Spencer, now is our time. This is our moment. Please, somebody find that clip for me, please. These guys are out here tweeting that the controllers are making today a little bit brighter. Oh my gosh. A 5 gifted member bomb from Stone Spire Hall. It's his first day being a member, and he says, I can do more than that. I can get committed. I can jump in. I can gift 5 to the community. Welcome on in, all the people who got gifted memberships today. Amazing stream, you rock. Thank you. Who clipped it? Yeah, I don't know where it is. Is that it? Is that it? There it is. You have the screen grab. All right, hang on. Oh my. People be really tweeting like this today. Controllers. All right, that's it. That's it. I'm tweeting, and now I'm head down. I'm tweeting it, and now I'm head down. That's it. That's it. I didn't even reply to them. I said, people be really tweeting like this today. Controllers. I'm the one who made the clip of Lono. Of course I have it. Oh, Solemn has it. Oh, it's beautiful. It's going to get so many views. Hang on. Oh, I'm incognito. Oh, because I wanted to show all my streams and not have all the member stuff show. Do you guys want to see the clip? This is a thing of beauty. This is a thing of beauty, bro. These guys are actually out here. Hang on, you're gonna need sound. Hang on. Yeah, you're gonna need sound. I can't. Oh, there we go. Okay. Here you go. And you're like, nope, oh, no, man. Oh, Phil Spencer, I love you. No, bro, this is just a remaster. Oh, baby. Shut the frick up. Shut up. This isn't a remaster. Stop rubbing your Xbox controller on your face. Oh, my gosh. Stop rubbing your Xbox controller on your face. Oh. I can't believe I did that, bro. I can't believe I did that. Oh my gosh. Never go full, chat. Woo! I was just so tired of it. I was so tired of it. We were trying to cover The Last of Us Part 1 remake, and I had all these people in my chat like, it's a remaster. It's a remaster. There's 20 minutes of footage explaining all the systems they've completely rebuilt in a blog, but it's a remaster. Shut up. Shut up. Creature says me either. Still in disbelief. Oh. Never go full Xbox. You never go full pony. Oh my. Sky Toronto says, Lono, gotta hand it to you. When the CMA provisionally approved the deal, only you said it's not over. I mean, look, man. Look, here. I'll show you. The video is right down here. Right here. Did the CMA approve? Right there. Did CMA approve? Xbox Activision deal. The CMA approved the deal? Question mark. I might have even put it in the description. The Xbox Activision deal is heating up, as many claiming the CMA approved the deal. When you actually look at the facts of the recent Microsoft Activision Blizzard deal, it's not quite that simple. The central issue in the recent update is the question of a Call of Duty Xbox exclusive. Jim Ryan and PlayStation have been called desperate because of their focus on COD, and yet the CMA seems to agree with those concerns, as it is pivotal in their provisional findings. Sony PlayStation may have a new angle on the deal, while Xbox and Phil Spencer won a lot of points with their public and private pushes with the Call of Duty contracts. Yeah, I argued in that video that they made Call of Duty central to their provisional findings, and that actually, I argued, helped Sony, because it's like, hey, y'all are saying this deal can go through as long as, you know, Call of Duty stays on our platform, right? So, I get the reasons for blocking the deal, and I do agree it's not the best for gamers, but as a longtime Xbox fan, it still sucks to see Microsoft in this state. Really hope they can bounce back. Look, Fan Kurtz, listen to me. I've been trying to tell people that. People think that I literally say it just because, like, I want to seem balanced, okay? If you come to my channel and you just search for the word, if you go to my live tab and you just search for the word Halo, okay, and you go back to when Halo first launched, you go all the way back to when Halo first came out, look at how much I covered Halo, right? Look at this. All the way back here, I was doing news update, I was doing something's wrong, I was doing hot fixes, I was talking about the Season 2 release date, I was talking about winter events, game modes, battle passes, store items. Is there a battle royale coming? The Tenrai event. Here's how to fix the game. Right? A new event. Is it any better? I covered Halo so much because I thought this is going to be a good game. I was convinced. I was like, Joseph Staten. I trust Joseph Staten. Joseph Staten knows what he's doing. The way he was talking about it, I was like, dude, this could be the comeback of the arena shooter. We are currently at 2,904 members. 2,904. You guys are officially 96 away, and we have 193 VIPs. This is a thing of beauty. Oh, hang on. I got to watch that. So, you know, I am the last person that would be happy about this. Like, I literally built my channel, I built my career streaming to Xbox people. That's good. That's good. It's a scene from Ragnarok. Hey, somebody ordered some coffee 20 minutes ago, a bag of Frickmas blend to Games for Eternity. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So much. I say get the heck out of gaming, good riddance. Redfall and Starfield at 30 FPS is what you get for trusting a company like Microsoft. Doomslayer says with $70 billion, Microsoft could fund 350 new AAA games and make them their own, but they'd rather spend it on pre-established publishers. Well, listen, I was convinced when someone said, this is just easier, Lono. Yeah, you need 7 VIPs, Hasio. Like, I was convinced. I was like, okay, it makes sense. You're buying established property. That's easier, right? And that's why I kept telling people. I was like, listen to me. The Activision Blizzard deal, the Xbox Activision deal, it's not going to do what you think it's going to do. This is all existing property. It's not adding property to the ecosystem or the market. They're going to take existing property and put it on Game Pass. If that's all that matters to you, you're looking at gaming so narrowly. There is something so much bigger going on here, and all you care about the fact is like, oh, Call of Duty and a bunch of Blizzard Activision titles are going to be suddenly added to Game Pass. Because that's all that matters to you is what, saving some money? There's more to gaming than saving a little bit of money. Like, that's not what people should have been considering, but that's all people cared about. Because you've been basically conditioned to be like, well, that's how I engage with games. That's how I engage with Xbox, is Game Pass. Darth Biscuit with a $10 super chat. I think if the deal is denied, Xbox has to make the choice of continuing their downward trends or make the necessary changes. I don't want Halo, Fable, Elder Scrolls, or Fallout to be left out in the wind. What competition? All they've tried to do is buy up the industry. F them and whoever agrees with their practices, says Jesus. Solemn says, do you understand what would happen to the current platforms if they did? I'll give you a hint. They will do the opposite of improve the customer's sake. So think harder. What are you responding to, Solemn? Has Xbox been losing money? That's the thing, we don't know. Like, it's always hard to tell if they're profitable, Zubair, because they're very tight-lipped on their numbers. January, we learned that they had 25 million Game Pass subscribers, and they won't release those numbers, which I've always found confusing. Why wouldn't you be out here bragging about the numbers? You brag about how many people play Hi-Fi Rush. You bragged about how many people play to Forza. Why wouldn't you brag about how many Game Pass subscribers you have? Oh, they're saying if Xbox went away, I don't think that would be good for the market at all. If Xbox, I feel like Xbox will just go publisher. They'll just go publisher route. Oh, you're telling them, yeah, them telling Microsoft to get out of gaming. I would rather Microsoft stay in gaming, but if they can't be a platform, they could at least be a publisher and make great games. You know, stop worrying about your ecosystem and Game Pass and focus on making amazing games. And when those games have to land in a buy-to-play ecosystem like PlayStation, the quality will go up. It'll have to. They blocked it? Yeah, CMA blocked it. Apparently, the appeal could take up to 3 years if Microsoft wants to appeal the decision. It looks like they might abandon the deal if the EU says no as well. I think the EU is going to follow suit. I don't see how you don't. Right? I just don't. I don't see how you would break from what the UK found. I'm sorry, the CMA. The CMA has set down an observation of the market that would have to be disputed with other facts. Like, how do you dispute what they're saying about cloud gaming? How do you dispute what they're saying about if this deal goes through, the required oversight and regulation would be absurd? It would literally hurt this emerging market. How do you dispute that? What are you going to bring to the table to argue against that? Another stellar day. Thank you so much, Kat. Always appreciate you. We have your 4-leaf clover up on the mantle in the living room. It was like a housewarming gift that Kat sent when we bought the house 3 years ago. What they're saying is you're not allowed to take the first place. Just becoming a publisher, that's wrong because they're giving more value to some users than other. I'm not sure what you're saying. You have 26 countries that have to agree, so it was always going to be tough, said Jaggy. Solemn says, my point was if Microsoft got out of gaming completely, do they think Sony and Nintendo and the others would just improve and make consumer-friendly choices? Because the answer is not at all. Yeah, I've never been in favor of Microsoft abandoning the gaming market. I've said this numerous times, the gaming market's more healthy when we have a good Halo. The gaming market's in a better place if we have a healthy Xbox. I've said that many times because that makes for good competition. Listen, I said it this morning, the next-gen console landscape is so lopsided right now. That's not good for me. I own a Series X, and it's bad for me for the next-gen landscape to be so lopsided. People can tweet all they want about me being a pony, and I only say that to appear neutral or to be in the middle. It's like, no, I bought into the Xbox ecosystem first. When I first started console gaming, I got a 360. I have more games on the Xbox ecosystem. I bought the next-gen console on the Xbox ecosystem first. I like their console. I like their content. I like their controller. It's not good for me to have all that investment just sort of sitting there. It's not good for me as a content creator. It's way better for me. Like, imagine a world where I could have covered Redfall and done a couple of streams and broke down the systems and talked about the loot and the leveling and the Borderlands similarities and bring all of my looter shooter like expertise to bear on it. That would have made for great content. Instead, what the frick do you think I'm going to do with Redfall? What? One last dunk stream and then move on? That's not good for me. You can't foster a community. You can't foster content around just torching everything that comes out the door. I built my brand on taking a game, chopping it up, saying the good, the bad, and how to improve it. I literally did that with Halo Infinite. I did it with New World. I would have done the same thing with Redfall, same thing with Starfield. But as it stands right now, it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to do that with that ecosystem. I'm just going to have to be like, yep, crap, throw it over my shoulder. That's not good for me. I don't have a vested interest in that being the narrative going forward. That limits what I can talk about. Do you know how many days I get on the phone with Creature and I'm like, what are we talking about tomorrow? He's like, I don't know. It's dry out here. Nothing's going on. I want Microsoft to do well because it gives me more to talk about. The more games they launch, the more excellence they push into the market, the more I have to talk about. If they cut bait and run, or if they sink into the ocean, that's not good for me as a YouTuber. If you want to come in with a bias, my bias is that every game is insanely successful, that I have a hard time talking about it all. That's better for me. Like, the fact that I can't talk about Nintendo, it actually hurts my brand. Why? Because Nintendo doesn't appeal to my audience. Nintendo games seemingly feel kind of far behind in the next-gen landscape, and Nintendo's kind of weird. Nintendo's dominant, Nintendo's awesome, but I've never been able to cover Nintendo content to great success. That hurts my brand. That makes my brands narrow. My brand's going to get even more narrow if Microsoft's like, yeah, F this, we're out. Gaming division shut down. I'm not going to throw confetti in the air about that. I'm like, are you kidding me? So I'm a Sony channel now. Thanks, Microsoft. What the frick? That's the most annoying thing about this. I didn't choose to become a Sony platform or a Sony channel. Microsoft chose it for me. They didn't give me anything to play. They didn't give me anything to talk about. That's not my fault. What was I supposed to do all of last year? What kind of content was I supposed to create last year? What was I supposed to do? Do like that Elden Ring news channel? There's no new news about Elden Ring. There's no new news about Elden Ring. That homie did that all the way up to Elden Ring's launch. There's no new news about Halo Infinite. There's no new games for Xbox. Not to mention Nintendo's draconian with the way they handle content creators. Yeah, they make it really, really hard to cover their stuff. Your viewership is narrow, your content isn't. You can discuss Nintendo games, I love them. Use your platform to show them. Yeah, it's just too hard. I dropped a 20 earlier. Did you not get it? My bank says it went through, or is YouTube acting up again? Casual, we didn't see a 20 bomb from you. It would be at the top. It would be right now. It would right now be at the top with Crispy Bogods. Let me refresh and see if we suddenly jumped by 20 because we were at 1904. Let me see if it went through on the back end. No, we're still at, I'm sorry, not 1904. We're still at 2904. It didn't go through. I don't know why that keeps happening. We didn't suddenly jump by 20 on the back end. It's Stadia all over again, says FCat. Don't forget, if you became or you were gifted a membership to join the Discord, says Goddess. Yeah, you guys are less than 100 away from the Just Dance stream. You're so close. You're so close. I was going to do a Jedi Survivor review rundown today. We might hang out with members and try to put that together. I just didn't have time to make the title, the description, or the thumbnail this morning because I was literally doing everything I could to research this CMA blocking the deal thing. MBG couldn't handle the Xbox spin anymore. Doc is next. Sir, completely disagree. That's about as close to a false narrative as you can get, I think. Microsoft hasn't legitimately challenged Sony in almost 20 years, and we have seen no loss in quality or practices. Why would that change? Or formally challenge your position. But that's not Sony's posture, Creature. You can state that, and you could look at the market of hardware, and you could claim that, but I would say one of the reasons Sony has pushed as hard as they've done, and one of the reasons we've gotten the quality that we have, and one of the reasons that they specifically targeted developers because they wanted developers to be able to make really, really good games, all those competitive edges that Sony has would be non-existent, or maybe they'd be less potent if they didn't have anybody to compete against. Do you see what I'm saying? You can't be like, well, Microsoft hasn't done a good job for the last 20 years, so that's the same as them being non-existent. I don't agree with that. I think that's completely erroneous. You can't look at the last 20 years and say, well, Microsoft's failed to compete, so that's the same as them not existing at all in the gaming space. Nope, those are not equivalent at all. Because if Sony wouldn't have felt pressure to put the pedal down to with the PS5, if they wouldn't have felt the pressure to really push what like Mark Cerny, is that his name, speaking to developers and making sure all the pipelines were set up so that the architecture of the PlayStation 5 was conducive to development so that, you know, people could come to the platform and make really amazing games. Like that would not have been a potential reality if there was literally nobody else on the field. If there's nobody else out there playing, think about what happens in sports when a team goes out on the field and they just think they're going to win and then they end up losing. Like, if there's nobody on the field, there's at least somebody on the field. There's at least somebody there keeping Sony, like, we got to stay on top. We got to stay on top. There is no staying on top if there's no Xbox. It's just Sony at that point. Just wanted you to flesh that out a bit. That's fair, and I accept that. Okay. Sorry to keep asking, but didn't Xbox screw Sega over with the Dreamcast when they decided to make the OG Xbox and said it really messed Sega up, so it's poetic? That's not what messed the Dreamcast up. What messed the Dreamcast up was piracy, was it not? You basically didn't have to buy any games. You are a gifted orator. I appreciate that compliment. When people compliment my ability to speak, that I take that as high praise. Thank you. I've put a lot of work into the research, the opening monologue, my ability to engage, my ability to speak without ums and uhs and likes. I've put a lot of effort into that, and I appreciate that. Thank you. Let's stick with sports. If there's no opponent team, then there's no game. Excuse me. Dreamcast ultimate downfall was piracy? Yeah, I don't know the full story of what happened with the Dreamcast, but I do know the piracy played a significant role in that. Why would you make games for it if they were just going to get pirated? What publisher, what developer is going to look at the Sega Dreamcast and say, oh yeah, let's make a game for that platform because people can steal it? Like, why would I do that? There was no protection. Dave 1D with 4 months. Thanks for coming back in. That's high praise. I say a lot of uhs and likes. It drives me crazy. You should never be afraid of pausing. Pausing is better than filling in public speech. I just did it. Like, I didn't even mean to. Any chance for a quick update? I just joined the conversation. All right, here's what we're going to do. Right? Here's what we're going to do. I am going to give you, I don't know what this guy is asking me about, so I'm just going to time him out. I'm going to give you a recap. There's over 1,000 people here. A great way to say thank you for the recap is to give me some likes. We're very close to 900 likes. You're also close to the Just Dance stream. 3,000 members is the Just Dance stream. This is the closest you guys have been in a long time. You got about 90 something to go. So this is a great time to say, hey, thanks for the recap. Okay. So I had a document that I went through this morning, and I broke it down into 3 sections because the CMA has blocked the Activision Blizzard merger, and it's about their cloud gaming concerns. So they put out a public statement, and they walked through their cloud gaming concerns, the remedy proposed by Microsoft, and the potential benefits of the merger. They considered all of it. They considered the remedies put forth by Microsoft, and they considered the potential benefits that the merger might actually bring to cloud gaming. So they didn't just look at the things that were going to be potentially bad. I think the single strongest thing that they put forth was that cloud gaming is about to go through a growth phase. The market is about to emerge. It's an emerging market, and it's in those early growth phases. And they're actually worried about the fact that Microsoft already has significant dominance in the cloud gaming space. And they said this: the deal would reinforce Microsoft's advantage in the market by giving it control over important gaming content such as Call of Duty, Overwatch, and World of Warcraft. The evidence available to the CMA indicates that, absent the merger, Activision would start providing games to cloud platforms. In the foreseeable future, they would be exclusive. So, Activision would start providing them to the cloud platforms without the merger. But if there was the merger, Microsoft would make them exclusive. They have evidence to indicate that. I covered that in a previous quote. Microsoft has a strong position in the cloud gaming services, and the evidence available to the CMA shows that Microsoft would find it commercially beneficial to make Activision games exclusive to its own cloud service. So in their mind, if the merger goes through, all of this content's going to go exclusive to cloud, and if it doesn't go through, this stuff won't go exclusive. It'll just get out there in the market on anywhere it can go, because that's how Activision has been behaving. Activision's got a vested interest in distributing its games across lots of places. Now, I think the strongest argument that they make in this is that it would require significant oversight to enforce the remedies. They said the following: such remedies are described as behavioral because they seek to regulate the behavior of businesses involved in a merger, requiring them to behave in a way which may be contrary to their commercial incentives. So what they're saying is, when something is this big, we're going to have to regulate it. These behavioral remedies have to exist, and they commonly go against the commercial incentives of the company. They said this, therefore, takes the form of a type of ongoing regulation of the sector, replacing market forces in a growing and dynamic market with mandated regulatory obligations, ultimately overseen and enforced by the CMA, in this case, at a global level. So, translation. In other words, they're basically saying, in order to enforce the remedies on Microsoft, there would have to be ongoing regulation of the sector. That would replace market forces in a growing and dynamic market, and they see that being far better. It's far better, it's far superior for this emerging cloud market to purely be the result of market forces. It's growing, it's dynamic, rather than having this sort of ongoing regulation as soon as it's in its infancy. The reason I think this is the strongest argument they make is it has nothing to do with Microsoft. They're not saying Microsoft's bad, Microsoft's evil, Microsoft's going to hurt cloud gaming. They're not saying that. They're saying the size, the scope, and the reach of this deal, the only way that we could conceivably enforce these behavioral remedies is ongoing regulation. And that's really, really bad for an emerging market. It's really, really bad to have those market forces not be the direct impact and the shaping of the market, but instead having regulatory bodies shaping the market. Now, it's a double whammy. It's a double whammy because they're essentially saying, as the cloud gaming market emerges, we would prefer market forces to be what dictates happens. That's more dynamic, that's more healthy, that's more organic. We don't want to be involved. Let's just let it do what it's going to do. But it's a double whammy because they're also saying Microsoft already has a strong foothold in cloud services and cloud gaming. And if they're able to buy more, it further cements their dominance in an emerging market, which is also bad. So there's two significant hills to climb over here. The first hill to climb over is you're going to have to establish and try to prove that Microsoft is not already dominant in the cloud space. You're going to have to prove that. If you can prove that, the second thing you're going to have to prove is that the behavioral remedies, which this is where they get caught in a catch-22. The behavioral remedies that Microsoft put forth not only were not compelling to the CMA, but even if they were compelling, it would require them to have ongoing regulation of the sector, and they don't think that's good. Other regulatory bodies are likely to agree. Cloud gaming's in its infancy. If it's in its infancy, this level of disruption, this level of moment one over ongoing regulation of the sector is bad for it. So these regulatory bodies are going to agree with the CMA. They're going to say, look, even if they somehow prove that Microsoft's not dominant in the cloud space, which they are, so that's a freaking fool's errand. If Microsoft thinks they're going to somehow prove they're not dominant in cloud, good freaking luck. They're not going to be able to prove that. If by some miracle they manage to prove that they're not dominant, the second thing they have to prove is, these behavioral remedies that you're going to have to enforce in an ongoing way, that's not going to affect the market. There's absolutely no way this goes forward. I don't think so. As it stands right now, unless there's some new revelation, unless there's some new amount of evidence to hit the field, I can't see them getting over those two things. Those two realities are massively hard to combat. Our antitrust isn't as far-reaching as the UK. Not sure the FTC will echo this reasoning. Well, the FTC's already echoed their own reasoning, Zubair, and you have to consider something. Microsoft's dominance actually gets worse when you come to the West. So if the FTC is considering the Western market and Lina Khan's looking at the history of consolidation of tech companies in the Western market, it's going to be an even stronger case. Because she's going to say, you guys are actually stronger here at home in the realm of cloud, software distribution, cloud services, cloud gaming. You're actually stronger at home than you are abroad. So they're going to have a harder time making that case. Which means the FTC would say the same thing. They're like, listen, if we even consider your behavioral remedies, that means from moment one, as cloud gaming just gets started, we have to be doing this massive oversight and regulatory work for the industry just because you want to buy this stuff up. You guys are already doing just fine in cloud gaming. FTC doesn't want to let Microsoft grow bigger either. They let them have one win and look at where they are now. I'm not getting a preview there, Wheezy. You got any choice quotes for me? I can't click on that right now. Xbox not going anywhere. Ponies calm down. I will never, ever root for Xbox Gaming Division's downfall. I will never root for it. But there's a distinct possibility that if this deal gets blocked, the gaming division's got an expiration date on it. I'm dead serious. This is their way out. And if this doesn't go through, Lina Khan is taking swings at big tech as FTC chair and changing how it does business. Yeah. I will never cheer for Xbox's demise. Why would I do that? I am in the ecosystem and I want the games. I want the games to continue. I don't want Hellblade 2 under threat. I don't want Elder Scrolls 6 or Fallout 5 under threat. I don't want Doom or Gears under threat or Fable. I don't want that. Those are games that I'm looking forward to. That would be completely stupid. I want to create content with those games. Part of the concerns of the three big regulatory agencies is how Big Five grew so big, essentially unchecked. Right. Khan's approach is wholly different from many previous FTC chairs who focus on consumer protection but didn't necessarily bring blockbuster cases. Khan is going after the concentration of power. She's tackled Amazon on wage theft allegations, Meta on antitrust issues, and Google on reportedly deceptive advertising. Now she set herself up as another big battle is coming in the months over banning non-compete agreements, which companies use to block workers from taking new jobs at competitors. You think she's scared of Microsoft? Seriously. You think she's scared of Microsoft? Taking on Amazon, Google, and Meta. That's the owners of Facebook. Amazon, Google, and Meta. Microsoft is just one more bully to punch. Like, she doesn't care. Imagine playing Redfall at 30 on the janky xCloud. I said this the other day. I said, I don't want Microsoft to abandon consoles and focus on the cloud. That doesn't do anything for me. I didn't buy an Xbox Series X to play cloud games. Do you know how pissed I would be if PlayStation 5 was like, yeah, we're just really going to focus on the cloud. So Spider-Man 2, it's going to be a cloud game. I'd be like, frick you, bro. That's not why I bought a PS5. Who buys a next-gen console and is like, please, sir, may I have another cloud game? What? Lina Khan's 0 for 6. What do you mean? Literally, the last time we had this discussion, I went to Google, typed in FTC fines, and pulled up like 4 big wins for the FTC in like the last 8 months. They're handing out big fines left and right. What do we need to do this again, Amos, every time this comes up? Every time this comes up. FTC fines in the news. Twitter is going to pay $150 million. The FTC fined supplement maker $600,000 for review hijacking. They fined GoodRx for unauthorized sharing of health data. FTC alerts 700 companies about potential penalties and misleading claims. FTC warns of potential fines, including one for the Center of Channel 9 investigation. They're going after BetterHelp. What are you talking about? They just fined Epic a massive amount of money. They're just boom, 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 boom. You're all getting fined. I'm coming for all of you. She's like freaking Wyatt Earp in Tombstone. It's like, oh, you tell him I'm coming, and hell's coming with me. Fines are the only thing they can do? Okay. No, yeah, sure. That's the only thing they can do. FTC 2 weeks ago blocks Intercontinental Exchange and Black Knight $13 billion merger. They just blocked the merger 2 weeks ago. Let's see here. They filed to block that. Seems like they've successfully done that. I don't know. I've not researched that. I'm just reading headlines. So they're acting against it. I don't know if they've successfully blocked it or not. We'll see. That's just another thing they're trying to block right now. They blocked Facebook from acquiring, what was it, Giphy? Didn't they block Facebook? Or was it Twitter? February 1st, they were said to lose the challenge of Facebook's purchase from within. No, it was the Giphy thing. They blocked some Giphy thing. Blocks. Giphy? Wasn't it Giphy? Meta forced to sell Giphy after British antitrust order. That wasn't FTC. Court reportedly rejects FTC request to block Meta's within unlimited acquisition. That's separate from the Giphy thing. Oh, the UK regulator did that, not the FTC. Sorry, my mistake. The UK regulator ordered Meta to sell Giphy. But these regulators have no power. Now, I'm just reading headlines. I'm not doing some well-researched monologue. I'm just pulling up headlines. This idea that the FTC can't do anything and these regulators can't do anything, that's literally just like coping talking points that people throw out. Last year, I heard the whole frickin' time, the regulators aren't going to get in the way. And then the regulators get in the way. Well, they don't have any power. Well, now they have power. Come on. FTC sues to block a $40 billion semiconductor chip merger. There's another one. This same CMA, says Wheezy, the UK's CMA found that Meta's acquisition of Giphy could allow Meta to limit other social media platforms' access to GIFs, and the deal removed Giphy as a potential challenger in the UK display advertising market, preventing UK businesses from benefiting from the innovation. Yeah, the CMA just did that. Come on. Cut the nonsense. To be fair, these corps can choose to just not do business in these jurisdictions. See gacha games staying out of Northern Europe. Right. I don't think Microsoft wants to do that. I think that'd be devastating to pull out of some of these markets, Zubair. I think it'd be devastating for Microsoft and Activision Blizzard to have to pull out of these markets. Raymond, with a month of membership, as someone that loves the Xbox, why can't Microsoft use the $70 billion to invest in their own studios? I literally had a short video on Twitter and a short here. It took off like a rocket. Someone's like, what would you do if you were in charge? I was like, I'd take my $70 billion, I'd invest half of it in my existing studios, and I'd actually bring things to market. I'd get rid of the 18-month contractual policy so that I could actually bring quality to the market. That's what I would do if I was in charge. Based on Destin's latest upload, he's confused about what happened. It's not that confusing at all. It was a very short press briefing. It was extremely easy to read and understand. I think, listen, a lot of the people that were covering this, I'm not calling anybody out. I'm not thinking of anybody. But this is what I think a lot of people do. Okay? This actually happens in game reviews as well. They're worried about being first. They're also worried about getting clicks. And when you're worried about being first and you're worried about getting clicks, that's going to do two things. It's going to make you sloppy and it's going to make you slanted. And I think a lot of people were sloppy in their coverage of this, and they were very slanted in their coverage of this. And what they did is they had this huge narrative out there, and then when I descended on the topic and just read the facts and just stated my position, I was cast as a Sony pony. Why? Because the sloppy and the slanted reporting on this had the public convinced that this was good and awesome, and anybody standing in the way of this is a desperate, crying, Jim Ryan kissing Sony pony. Literally all I did was read documents, read direct quotes, correct the bad reporting, and I got labeled as a Sony pony, and that's all I did. I was like, I'm not in favor of consolidation. I'm not. So I'm not saying anybody in particular was sloppy. What I'm saying is when your approach to content creation is, I gotta be first and I gotta get clicks, you're going to be sloppy and you're going to be slanted. We were careful, we painstakingly read and quoted documents. I had 20 to 30 minute opening monologues where I was showing anywhere from 7 to 9 big giant screenshot images. I was extremely careful and very calculating in my approach to this. I wasn't worried about clicks. I wasn't worried about cheering for one side. I fight for the user. I fought for the user when I covered Destiny, and I fight for the user now. Just the other day, I had a monologue where I said, all this time, I've been in the Xbox gamers' corner, and they were spitting in my face and calling me a Sony pony. That's all I was trying to do is like, man, I'm in your corner. This isn't going to be good for you. You're not seeing the bigger picture. And now a lot of those guys are slowly waking up to the reality that like Microsoft doesn't seem to really care about the console. It doesn't really seem to care about the console purchasers. They don't really seem to care about next-gen game delivery. Yes! That's what I've been trying to say. $10 tip from Brap, Basement Radio Arcade Podcast. Guys, don't forget, I will be on Brap tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern. For crying out loud, do research before speaking, says Brap. No excuse for this when we are on the internet with search engines. FTC under Con is 15/6 in blocking mergers and acquisitions. That's a winning percentage. Thank you, Brap. With a $10 tip and some just cold hard facts to the dishonesty in chat. Listen to me. This is a hard lesson for people that thought, I'm going to choose a side, I'm going to bang on the drum, and I'm going to get that bag. This is a hard lesson. They learned this lesson with Redfall, and now they're learning it again. You are far better off just being honest and accurate. You are allowed to have an opinion, but if you're honest and you're accurate in your reporting, do you know what it does? It protects you. No matter what comes down the pipeline, it doesn't affect what you do. When the CMA provisionally approved this, I just ran with the story. I just read the document. I just reported on it. I didn't have to do anything else because that's what I had been doing up to that point. They're learning a hard lesson in, bro, if you get that lopsided, if you get that biased, and things turn upside down, you're in a bad spot. If I'm an Xbox content creator, if I'm an Xbox channel right now, buddy, I'm worried. It isn't looking good. Eugene said, I said it yesterday. Why is there always a level of dishonesty coming from Xbox creators and fans? Every day something new that they were misrepresenting or lying about. Listen, I don't keep up with Sony-centric channels So I'm not going to pretend that there probably aren't Sony channels out there that do the exact same thing, that cherry pick stats and that get nasty and misrepresent things, right? I'm only talking about my experience. My experience was I was incredibly dissatisfied with the coverage of this. I called it out and I got mercilessly attacked. And from that point on, I was cast as a Sony pony, even when I would literally just boot up and just read through the document. When the CMA provisionally approved it, and I said, this deal's not over yet. They've got to look at cloud. Cloud is a bigger deal. And then I followed it up with Google coverage. Google's calling out Microsoft for cloud services globally and how they're being anti-competitive. I was called a Sony pony. It's like, all I'm doing is giving you the facts. That's it. And that protected me. If I would have woke up today and the CMA approved this, I would have done the same thing I did this morning to probably the same size audience. I would have said, this is what they said. This is why they approved it. Here's what I think. That's all you have to do. Your coverage has been beyond solid. Xbox creators have been saying, I technically didn't say that, or I didn't mean that, or look over here at this shiny object. The appeal could take over a year. Deadline for the acquisition is July. Yeah, I think this is bad. This is a bad place for Microsoft to be. I really think so. I really think so. Like, it just puts them in a really bad spot because they have to make a hard decision right now. I think the decision right now is, do we continue to fight? Like, that's the decision. Do we continue to fight or do we walk away from this? Jimmo coming into the gaming division today. Yeah. Super chat. By the way, that was me. The super chat bringing the Scotland tonight. Apologies for the confusion. Oh, bringing it to Scotland tonight. Okay. I was like, huh? Sorry. I had a DM from somebody. I'm going to be on 2 podcasts today. I'm going to be on Dead. What's it called? It's called Pure Dead Gaming Podcast. And then I'm going to be on Brap. Brap will be live. Pure Dead Gaming is recorded. Wait until. Yeah, wait unitil. Seems like the CMA doesn't lose appeals. This is why I subscribe to you, because you state the facts. You have an unbiased opinion and you speak the truth. Well, I would not necessarily say I have an unbiased opinion. I have a bias. I have a lean. One of my biases is I am not in favor of consolidation. I experienced a ton of bad things from it when I worked for a cell phone company. I experienced a ton of bad things from consolidation with my internet service. I'm still waiting for fiber. In Louisville, they had a 5-year build order for fiber 3 years ago. No fiber yet, right? That's not good for me as a business owner that relies on internet, okay? So my bias is against consolidation. It's not against Microsoft. I have just as much ire and irritation for AT&T and Spectrum as I do for Microsoft. I don't want you buying tons of stuff. It's not good. The other bias that I have is I love to play video games. And unfortunately for Microsoft, I've leaned away from their platform because there wasn't anything to play. There wasn't any new next-gen top-shelf offerings to play. There wasn't. So it's like, that's my lean, that's my bias, but that's not me being anti-Microsoft. It's like, I'm pro-games, man. I've just been going where the games are. Hollow says, I just wanted to say, we are less than 100 members away from the Just Dance stream and just a few VIPs away from the rant stream. If anyone wants to chime in before the show ends, much appreciated. Yes, now is the time for your final push, guys. Now's the time for your final push. We could also have, one of the few times in the history of this channel, we could have 1,000 likes on the video before I end. We are very close to 1,000 likes. We only need like 38 more. That's just incredible. That's just incredible. We are 96 members away from the Just Dance stream. Just 96. Just a bunch of people drop 5 bombs, we'll hit it. And we need 7 people to upgrade to VIP. Thank you for that reminder. So, like, I appreciate the compliments when people are like, I love your coverage, it's not biased. It's like, no, I have a bias. I'm going to report the facts. I never once slanted the facts. That's the issue I take, is when people obfuscate the facts, or they mislead the public, or they omit things and they hide things. Like, I don't know, Redfall ran like crap at the capture event. Like, leaving that out of your coverage and then it only comes out after the fact, right? That's the kind of thing I'm talking about. If you're going to leave things out, if you're going to obfuscate the truth, if you're going to omit things, that's what I'm talking about. Listen, I don't care if an Xbox channel has a bias and a lean, as long as they report the facts accurately before they give you their opinion. That's what I've always tried to do. Here's the document, here's the statements, here's the facts, here's what I think. That's a fair way to make content, bro. That's totally fair. That's totally legitimate. Yo, 5 gifted members from Raptor. He's going to put us on the doorstep of 200 members. That's so generous, Raptor. UK Gamers picking VIP Gold. VIP Gold. That might have bumped us up. Let me double check. Why do you talk with your hands? I've just always been a very expressive person. Blasty Boy! Blasty Boy with so many gifted members today pushes us to 203. That makes the next milestone 225. I'm going to owe you guys so many members at the end of the day before we hit the end of the day bell. Yeah, we're at 194 VIPs. He just bumped us up by 1. 194 VIPs. Currently, I owe you guys 40 members. So hang on a minute. With my 40 members, we need my brain is breaking. Did we hit 1,000 likes? Nice, we hit 1,000 likes. That's amazing. Keep smashing the like button. Oh, did somebody take their like back? Oh no, we're good. We got padding. Shout out to that coffee. Yeah, buy the coffee as well. If you guys are coffee drinkers, and if you've never tried coffee with balanced acidity before, you should give my coffee a try, especially because we're having a huge sale right now. This is usually like $18 a bag. We've got it marked down to $12.95. It's our most popular flavor. Still can't do math. Hang on. I can't freaking do math. 2909. Hang on. 2909 minus 3,000 is 91. And if you add in what I owe right now, I owe you guys 40. So you actually only need 50 more members. If you guys do 50 more members, the ones that I owe us will make us hit 3,000. I guess we'll count that. I'd rather not. My gifted shouldn't count, but given that the incentive is every 25 I give 5, you kind of have to count mine in the mix because they're in the mix right now, right? All month long I've been gifting. So we need 51, and you guys will get your Just Dance stream. Yo, a 10 spot from Rye. I think this could finally have consequences for Phil. Truthfully wish they replace him. Astro Candy just upgraded VIP. We are at 195 VIPs. You need 5 more for the VIP streams every Friday. Give him a break. It's been a crazy day. Yeah. I'm doing my best with the math. It's been a hot day. They count. I'm going to count them. Because in the current member count that we have right now, a lot of my gifteds are in that count. So mine have to count. We can't subtract my gifteds from the total. That's not possible. We're 26 days into the month. I've been gifted members all dadgum month. You like your coffee cold? When I have the dark roast back in stock, I've heard people really like to do that cold brew. I think people have used the Frickmas blend as a cold brew as well. You're getting VIP tomorrow. We're very, very close to the 200 VIP. Very, very close. Lono getting creative with the math to avoid the Just Dance stream. I am not trying to do that false urgency thing, but I'm telling you guys, if you're going to do it, today's the day. If you don't hit the Just Dance stream today, you're going to miss it, because the next couple of days we're going to lose a lot of members. Because 30 days ago we had some big days on the channel, which means that's big drop off. So you guys will have to work twice as hard. You will have to work twice as hard the next couple of days. You will. I'm just trying to be real with y'all. I would hate for everybody that gave today and worked really hard. There's another one from Willie Kale. How do you upgrade to VIP? There's an upgrade command. You can use the join button or the member page. You just click see perks and it should let you upgrade. And we've had a ton of new subscribers today. So many new subscribers. We're just absolutely I don't even know what's going on. It's just insane. It's just insane, bro. I'm going in. Confirm the Frickmas makes a good cold brew. Okay, so Victor is saying that this holiday blend makes a good cold brew. He drinks it that way. Eugene says there was an end of the month push last month that came short, and that's about to drop. That's right. That's right. I'm just trying to be honest with y'all. I don't want you guys to be devastated tomorrow when that number falls. We should hope Microsoft gets their dreams crushed every day. It's great for business. You think it'll be a competitor for Elder Scrolls down the road? I mean, I don't know. I think a lot of people were hoping Fable could be that. Starfield could be a great competitor, but that you're talking about the you're talking about Starfield, and they're talking about Fable. You're talking about Microsoft-owned properties. It's like, I don't know. Chris says he's exclusive cold brew. All three are good. There you go. One from DK. He's like, come on, guys. Let's stack these up. We can get that 50 needed. Wheezy says, I'll be insufferable as F because those Xbox fanboys were unsufferable for almost 2 years. F winning with grace. Now it's my turn. Well, but I'm just trying to apply some of my own personal beliefs. I'm also trying to apply what Creature said. Like, we're trying to make friends. You know what I'm saying? We got to try to win gracefully here. Listen, all you disaffected Xbox fans, come on in for a hug. Come on in. You can be a part of what we do here. Predator with 26 months of membership says, killing it today, you the best. 5 gifted members from Victor. Victor's like, come on, everybody. We can do this. Another 10 spot from Rye. Rye, I might have missed your other tip. Hang on a second. I think I did. I think it just disappeared. Was Microsoft behavior of the last days or the weeks possible for the CMA decision, seeing how Redfall and company blamed exclusives, became exclusives, but initially they were not? Oh, I think that hurt them. This statement right here, Microsoft has a strong position in cloud gaming services, and the evidence available to the CMA showed that Microsoft would find it commercially beneficial to make Activision games exclusive to its own cloud gaming service. You all, everybody. I don't know why you put that in chat, Sven, but I just had to sing it when I saw it. So I actually think the ZeniMax Bethesda behavior is one of the reasons. I think that's one of the reasons the CMA said that. They're like, we have plenty of evidence to indicate right here that you have a reason to do this. Upgrade doesn't show up on iPhone. Got to get out of computer when I go to work tomorrow. Ghost, if you're trying to do it on iPhone, I've always found that you have to You have to back out of my stream, click the icon up in the right corner for your account, and then go to purchases and memberships. You have to do it in there. At least that's been my experience. We trying to reach the dance-off goal? Yes, Kat, we are. Yo, McWaffle just upgraded to VIP. That's 196 VIPs. So close to 200. That was Zubair's idea. Wheezy says, Mother efforts bragging about Game Pass. Game Pass, and now Game Pass might literally be the Trojan horse for the deal. You can't make this up. Listen, I said that the Series S was a self-made Trojan horse. It turns out it was Game Pass, you know? Prophecy says that's how I upgraded. Microsoft owning some of the biggest companies ever. Bethesda, Activision Blizzard, yikes. Ashton says, looks at my bank account. I could, but should I? Still can't gift on iPhone? You can gift on iPhone. You might need to upgrade the app. Somebody said the other day they brought gifting to iPhone. Wheezy went off. Listen, I'm gonna talk to you. I'm gonna talk to y'all real right now. I'm gonna give you a taste of what we kind of do in members. Okay, it's a little taste. The 200th VIP will get a special shout out. That's right. Ever since this was announced, Catwalk with 5. Catwalk with 5. He's like, come on, boys. Come on, boys. By the way, when this hits 225, I'll owe you 45. So that'll actually get us closer as well. Because mine always help. Mine are going to help. Thank you so much, Catwalk. It went to Creed, Adam Naylor, Matt Dash, Braden, and Brando. Weezy says, I'll make it 200. If we get to 199 VIPs, I'll upgrade back to VIP. Okay, so Weezy says if we get to 199, he'll tip it over. So we're currently at 196. That means we only need 3 more people to upgrade. Okay. So I'm just going to be real with y'all. Every time we tried to cover this, it was really frustrating. Because we would just try to talk about, this seems like a really bad idea. This level of consolidation seems really bad for the market. This doesn't really seem like competition. And we had to put up with being told, I was told the regulators won't get involved. I was told, Microsoft's going to rip Call of Duty from Sony. It's Microsoft's time now. None of that ends up turning out true. It was just annoying to listen to. It was just like not intellectually sound. It wasn't factually based. Then we were told the FTC doesn't want to embarrass itself. Then we were told the CMA has no power. So for months upon months upon months, every time we tried to talk about this, we just had to put up with nonsense. Right? We had to put up with nonsense. And that's why Wheezy and other people that would try to come to the conversations, they would try to come to the table, and they would try to have like a real talk. They would try to have like a real conversation about it. It just became impossible. We would constantly have completely hijacked streams. I would lose my patience. I would get frustrated and angry. It hurt the quality of the content, right? Yo, John Slam Lee says, I will help you guys hit that goal. He says, I will help you hit that goal. Jumps in as a brand new member. Thank you so much. I love to see brand new white badges in chat. And so, some of these people, understandably, are like, man, I'm so glad that we've been vindicated. I'm so glad that we've been proven right. That's one of the reasons that Wheezy's being like that. And I didn't want to make my opening monologue some big chef puffed out, oh yeah, we won. I didn't want to do that. I did that a little bit. I did have to take a little bit of a victory lap. Yo, Zubair says, I'm going to get involved. Zubair says it's time. He gifts us up to 2021, and then Stephen Morrison takes us to 222, and D Widget jumps back in and renews, and Donkey Sausage upgrades to VIP. Disco Fabio, Adrian, Scott Cover, and Kyle, you guys have all been gifted memberships, and the VIP number just hit 197. And a 20 spot from Rai the Nobilis. If treating Bethesda games cause CMA to decide if the Series S causes less third-party exclusives like Square Enix, then there are chances Phil will get under real heat, like a replacement. Yo, Eric's going to jump in as a brand new member and puts us on the doorstep of the next milestone at 223 members on the day. 223. I actually think that Phil Spencer's standing with the company is... Oh! John Slam Lee jumps in as a brand new member, and he gives 20. He gives 20. He takes us to 243. He puts us on the doorstep, a 250. And 5 from Mr. Z. You guys are sharing the load today. 248 members. A banner day for Reforge Gaming. A banner day. This community is so generous and so kind and so supportive. I'm telling you, you want to be involved. You want to be in the Discord, okay? We're going places. It's not about me. It's not about it's about us. Get involved. Get in that Discord. Throw down $5. Throw down $5 and get involved. Become a part of what we're doing here. You do not want to miss out. You do not want to miss out. So much so much love on Twitter too. Doc shouting the stream out. So many people shouting the stream out, dude. This guy says, you were correct in the cloud thing. When you were talking about Apple and Google, two companies that have the same money more than Microsoft, that's a different fight. That's right. Yo, Trill upgrading to VIP takes us to 198 on the VIP count. Where's the sub count at? Let me refresh it. All the members have to hit chat before I check. It's got it out of its system now. Let me double check. 2961. We made it. We made it. Because I have to gift. We did it. I don't think we've ever hit 3,000 on the channel before. I think we got really close once. No, I think we hit it one time and then the very next day we fell. Oh my gosh. Okay, Rye gifted one. Kyle just took us to 199 VIPs. 199 VIPs. We're on the doorstep, Wheezy. Rye gifted a membership. He takes us to 249. 249 members. And DK pushes us to 250 exactly. Look how clean that looks. 250 members. We did it. You thought you were the 200th? No, you took us to 199, and then Kyle took us to you took us to 198, Kyle took us to 199. Wait, I think Raven just took us to 200. I think he just took us to 200. Let me refresh. I got to gift mine, and I'll give you guys a screenshot in the Discord. This is unbelievable. This is unfreaking real. YouTube's going to be on the phone any minute. Oh no, we're at 198. We must have lost some VIPs. We're at 198. We must have lost. We're 2 below. I just refreshed it on the back end. We need 2 more VIPs. Okay, Yakeman just did it. That should be 199. Let me refresh. Hemi just renewed at 10 months. Welcome back in, Hemi. Current level VIP 199. We're at 199 on VIP. We are 199. All right, we're going to be at 3K members in a second. I got a gift. I owe you guys 20 for the first 100, 20 for the second, and then 10. 20, 20, and 10. I owe you 50. I owe you guys 50. Chris, I think Chris just did it. I owe you guys 50 members right now. A nice clean 50. Here it comes. I'm ready for the screenshot. There it is. At 201 VIPs, everyone gets free coffee, right? Listen, I'm gonna get a little mushy, man. If you guys are getting a membership, you're a part of something really, really special. You are a part of something really, really special. I hope you decide to... I'm going to have to give you guys a VIP count in a moment because Matt Bags and Human Type Person just upgraded to VIP, and so did Wheezy. There's some padding. Seriously, if you guys are now a member, or you decided to get in, become a member, or you've decided to gift a member, if this is the first time you've ever been here, this has been a long, very, very, very long road, okay? And you're a part of something really special. I hope you decide to pick up your own membership. A great way to pick up your own membership right now is to go to your perks, go to your membership page, and upgrade to Member Plus. It's $1. For $1, you can jump in and pick up your own membership, and then you will no longer be in the gifted member pool if you want to do that. That's why Membership Plus is there. It's there for a mid-month upgrade, so then you'll be on your own membership, okay? And this has been a rebuilding. This has been a reforging. The name of the channel was very intentional. So let me refresh the back end, and I'm going to give you guys a count, a total member count. This is the highest member count that we have ever had on the channel. We are now at 3,013 members. Thank you, Wheezy, for upgrading. It got really freaking dark, bro. It got really freaking dark. And I just appreciate you guys so much. There it is. It's in the Discord. That's the member count. You guys got the Just Dance stream. You did. I'll announce that. We'll have that date set. We'll pick a Friday night. I didn't want to do it. It's just massive, man. Don't call it a comeback. Lono's been here for years. That's right. Creature said, I'm not related to you weirdos. I remember the first Reforge stream, if I recall, it was like a 6-hour Ishin fight in Sekiro. Yeah, it took me 5 hours to beat the final boss in Sekiro. That was the beginning of the rebirth, man. Yo, Stefan jumps in as a brand new member. He pushes us to 251. Yeah, remember, there's stretch goals. I'm not asking for this. But there are stretch goals. 3,500, and I got to do like a headband and leg warmers. 4,000, and the beard's got to come off. Those are so out there. But I made good on the 50 that I owed. And we did it. We hit it. Let me give you a total VIP count. By the way, because more people became VIPs. We'll keep that going. We'll maybe come up with other incentives and other VIP things to unlock to give people a reason to upgrade, because Rye just upgraded. So we are officially at 206 VIPs. And Abbott just became a VIP. You can't beat me. Lono, after he beat Ishin, I was scared and excited. I think I said that day. I think the day that I said that, I said, you can't kill what's been reborn. And that's just been kind of a motto. Man. You can't kill what's been reborn. And they tried. They've tried the last couple of weeks to tear me down and to put a stop to what we're doing. And they have failed. So, yeah, it feels good. 5 spot from John Slam Lee. Congrats to you, man. One of my favorite live stream gaming news channels. Congrats to your success. Thank you. Bear says you deserve this. Thank you. Yeah. We almost quit a couple times. Last year. There were a couple phone calls. Where I was like, it's time. I think it's time to throw in the towel. I think it's time to walk away, man. You said after the monologue this is going to be a big day. You didn't expect this. 4,000 shaved head and beard. No. This does not. The hair's off limits. Now you owe me a try of Last Epoch. Wheezy. You had your own "my deal for the ABK got blocked" moment, but you came back. 5 spot from Abe. Congrats, brother. Happy for you and yours. Just be careful getting too successful too quickly. We know what happened last time. That's right. They always come for you. The devil comes for you when you're on a rise. Right? That's what Denzel says. When the devil comes for you. Yeah, watch the hair. That's right. They're going to drag this to court and fight tooth and nail for this deal, and I feel it's not going to be pretty. Brad Smith says, we remain fully committed to our acquisition and will appeal today's determination by the CMA. Here's our statement. Oh, they have an official statement. We remain fully committed to this acquisition and will appeal. The CMA's decision rejects a pragmatic path to address competition concerns and discourages technology, innovation, and investment in the United Kingdom. We have already signed contracts to make Activision's popular games available on 150 million more devices, and we remain committed to reinforcing these agreements through regulatory remedies. We're especially disappointed that after lengthy deliberations, this decision appears to reflect a flawed understanding of this market and the way the relevant cloud technology actually works. Yeah, they once again accuse the CMA of not understanding. Like, that's not worked up to now, and it's not going to work this time either. You know what I mean? The appeal's automatic. You don't throw in the towel at this point. You exhaust every avenue. For sure. But I don't think the approach of acting like the CMA doesn't understand is the right approach. I think the CMA does understand. Reaper with a 5 spot. Congrats, Lono. Being here since the start, and it's so awesome to see good people succeed. God bless. Thank you. Oh, no, X Alex says I'm going to be very busy. Hey. Listen, Alex, I did everything I could today to not show up in your video tomorrow. I was like, I'm going to win gracefully. I'm going to try to win gracefully, but I told you. I told y'all that cloud was going to be a really, really tough hill to climb. I called it. That's why I did that Google stream. I was like, man, cloud's a big deal, bro. When I covered the Sony showcase and we started talking about the Sony handheld, I said, I don't think y'all realize how big cloud's becoming. I don't think you realize how big a device like that could be in the Asian market. A 5 spot from Jason Christoph. A $5 tip from Raptor says, love you in this community, brother. You've been a beacon of honesty and a wonderful person. So glad I can contribute to this amazing community. Thank you. And Jason Christoph pushes us to 256 on the day. Massive day. Massive membership day. I'd unsub if he shaves his hair. Yeah, I'm not shaving my head. There is no member goal for shaving my head. My head has always been off limits. Even when I did charity drives, my hair was off limits. Yeah, is Alex on BRAP tonight? I don't think so. I would appreciate more honesty from you. Could you please stop saying, I hate to say I told you so. You don't hate it. Listen, I enjoy it and I also hate it. Okay? I know it feels good, but it's like eating too much pizza. I also hate it because I know it's not good. Like, no one wants to hear I told you so. You know? No one wants to hear that. Very happy for you, the fam, the channel, creature, everyone. Thank you, Ash, and I appreciate that. How about changing the color? No, the hair's off limits, man. I've never dyed my hair, never bleached my hair. I think the reason I have a healthy head of hair is I've never done anything to it. And that's going to stay that way. What do you mean too much pizza? Is that a thing? I use that as the analogy to distract Zubair, and it worked. I was like, too much pizza. Ding-a-ling-a-ling. He took the bait. He took the bait. Oh. There it is, beating Ishin. That's right. That's the clip. That was the first day. That was the first day, man. That was I'm telling you, the 5-hour fight at the end of Sekiro was a spiritual experience. It was literally a picture of what I was going to have to do to make it. You know? It's like, I'm going to have to stay in the ring. There's going to be multiple times where I'm going to think I'm not going to make it. There's going to be multiple times where I'm going to think I'm going to have to quit. I'm going to keep going. Some of us have work to do instead of sapping around. Oh, shut up. Let me enjoy the moment a little bit. You frickin'... Creature's just grumpy that he got roped into Fridays and you guys hit the goal. He's like, these now I gotta do a stream on Friday? Are you kidding me? We'll have to set another VIP goal. What should we do at 300 VIPs? A9 Asinine says, what a day. So proud of this community and the dedication from you. You could have quit and left it all, including us, but you stuck with it. You deserve greatness. F your moment, get to work. I was talking to my wife about this a couple of times, and I felt like a certain level of duty and commitment and responsibility to the people that helped. Do you know what I mean? Like rebuilding a house or rebuilding a building and having people donate materials and spend money and then just to walk away from it because it got hard. I was like, I can't do that. I just would feel I would feel like I betrayed a lot of trust because so many people trusted. They're like, this guy can do this. Like, you can do this, bro. Keep going. 500 VIPs, Creature drunk stream. No, he doesn't drink anymore. So it's like, I would have felt really, really bad to walk away. I'd be like, that's a lot of trust broken. People are like, bro, you can do this. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Like, I think some of the times Creature believed in me and y'all believed in me and my wife believed in me more than I believed in me. I was like, bro, I don't think I can do this. I'm tired. Like I said the one time, I was like, bro, my soul is tired. This is not just a matter of pure will exertion. Like, this was a spiritual thing for me. Like, it was really, really hard. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing a camera for you no matter what. I abandoned the chair years ago for a reason, and I do not drink. There you go. It's great to see, Lono. I was a long-time sub on Purple as B-Nipple. I remember you, B-Nipple. I remember you. It was always fun to say your name. Goddess says 300 member VIP. It's an 80s theme Wayne's World style stream. No. I'm not doing that. Yes, to trying hard to honor those that help pave the road. I was always so torn. I was like, bro, if I walk away now, so many people just really, really got involved and got committed. And listen, we're not done yet. We still got a long way to go, right? We still got a long way to go. There's more innings left. We got to keep pushing. We got to get more people to convert their members. This over here is amazing, but this also drops off in 30 days. That's a reality check, man. Some of y'all got to pick up your memberships if you can. If you can pick it up, get out of the gifted member pool. Upgrade right now for $1. Upgrade sometime this month for $1. Get involved. Get committed. That way, when this expires, it's not devastating, right? We've still got to foster that ecosystem of people picking up their own memberships. The generosity is continuing, but we got to start to have it. Got to level out a little bit, right? We got to keep going. Got to put in the work. DSB with 9 months. Congratulations on hitting these goals and making this a great community to be part of. Still can't figure out how to gift on iPhone. I don't know why it won't let you do it. Yeah, the grind don't stop. That's right, Brooklyn. F congratulating Lono. Congrats to the community for being supportive. Congrats to the community for providing lively debate that Lono uses to build his brand. Listen, no man is an island. Like, no man is an island. Every time, every Christmas, I watch It's a Wonderful Life, and at the end, all of his friends come in and basically save the day. Like, that's a picture of what happened. Like, I literally, every time, I'm an emotional wreck at the end of It's a Wonderful Life. A man is never truly a failure who has friends. I was just like, that's just a picture. Like, no man's an island. There's no way. If people didn't show up, if people didn't debate, if people didn't get in the ring, if people didn't support and gift members, we'd have never made it. No man is an island, but Zubair is close. Yo, Agent Slick Slaya. This guy's been around a long time. 10 months. 10 months. Keep up the hard work. Thank you, sir. Lono Game Pass, bro. You're the best. Thank you. I've been in meetings. What milestone did we hit? We hit over 200 VIPs and over 3,000 members. So, Just Dance stream will happen early next month in May. And every Friday, as long as we have 200 VIP members, every Friday we'll do an unfiltered VIP sort of debrief on the week. And we have 207 VIPs. You guys can push it to 300. We'll think of something to do at 300. Yeah, attaboy, Clarence. That's right. A9Ass9 says, some of us pay hundreds of dollars on streaming services full of content we don't watch. For the price of $5 to $10 a month, we can have content like this every day. Content that you want. Just saying. I appreciate that, A9. Thank you. All right, we gotta listen. Something you get to take part in right now is a member stream. We're gonna go hang out as members. All right. Members only. 3,000 member celebration stream. Dressing up as Wayne's World style for a 300 VIP stream with the soundboard and everything, it'd be awesome. I just don't have the kind of time it would take to make that awesome. Does that make sense? Like, I get where you're coming from, but like, that kind of stuff is so hard to do. Like, that kind of, like, doing like a shtick. Like, it's really, really hard to do a shtick. I remember watching your Elden Ring coverage before gifted members, and the member count was like 300. Yes, that's why we have the Eknor Award. A gifted member from Asian Slick Slaya. Thank you. Yeah, I don't owe you guys any members right now. I gifted the 50 that I owed you. Every 25 I gift 5, and I've done that. I've been gifted a lot, paying it forward as I can. I appreciate that. I greatly appreciate that. Thank you. We're going here. Let me set up redirect. Okay. What a day. What a day. Okay, if you're not a member and you want to come with us, now's a great time to become one. Charles Freeman says, look, man, we're not done yet. And he puts us at 263. 262. He's like, look, man, we're not done yet. Make Lono owe more. Had to show some love. Thank you, Charles Freeman. I appreciate that. I really, really do. Is Madam going to do Just Dance with you? Yeah, she did Just Dance with me last time. I'll do a couple dances by myself, then she'll do some dances with me, and then we'll probably play goofy games after that. I can't do Just Dance for longer than about an hour. I just get freaking tired. So, it's usually a really, really fun time. We'll probably do Just Dance and then like maybe just end the night with Jackbox so that people can play. It'll be like a huge community night, which if you're a member... If you are a member, if you got a membership today, get in our Discord. A Discord's a really easy thing to set up. You link it with your YouTube account. You'll get access to all these extra rooms. It's a members-only Discord. Friday night is Jackbox Community Game Night. Only members can partake. All you need is access to a web browser to play. It's usually a Riot. Saturday night is the Star Wars Watch Party. Don't miss out on these things. We always hit these big, huge member numbers, and then Friday and Saturday night is like very small turnout. And a lot of that's because YouTube doesn't put the content in front of you. That's a really great reason to get in the Discord so you don't miss out on that content. Wired Rope with a $10 super chat tip. It was a little wobbly there in the beginning, but you stuck it out. Just think about how many show up from Purple and say sorry that they misjudged you. Keep killing the game. I appreciate that, dude. Truth always wins in the end. Always. Always. I believe it. I still to this day believe that truth always wins and liars always get what they deserve. So we're going to keep doing what we're doing. We got to go to this member stream. I don't want this video to hit 3 hours. I am going to put a link in chat. You can keep hanging out with me. We're going to go hang. We're going to go chill with members. If you're not a member, become a member right now. You can click the join button. I'm going to give you guys 2 minutes. 2 minutes if you want to bring any last people with us. 13 more, and I'd owe 5 more. If you guys want to do any last Hail Mary member throws, to make it a banner day, it already is a banner day, I'll give you 2 minutes, and then we're heading to members. We're going to head to members. And buddy, am I going to just be able to relax once we do that. Whew. What a day. What a frickin' day. And I'm sure they're going to run with narratives on Twitter. He rebuilt his channel being a Sony pony. He turned his career around by being a Sony pony. Listen, let failures explain success simplistically because that's why they're a failure. That's how they understand success. They understand it simplistically. Let them say it. Let them. More lies on top of years of lies is nothing but kindling for the fire. Taylor! Taylor does it. He takes us to 282. This man is right at the end. Boom. He dunks it. I got to do 5 really quickly. We got to get the heck out of here. I don't want this stream hitting 3 hours. I owe you guys 5 more. Here they come. Taylor's just like, bro, let's go. He's like, let's go. Let's get some more on the pile. So just to confirm, the no Destiny thing is not a phase. Welcome back, Z-Logic. All right, we got to go to members. I'm going to put a link in chat. If redirect doesn't work, you can go click the link in chat, or you can use the members tab or the members playlist on the YouTube channel, all right? Sometimes redirect doesn't work. It's just going to spit you out somewhere else. Oh, shoot. It's on automatic. Hang on. Come on. Come on. Let me go live. Oh. All right, I'm going to send you guys early.